Carbon Dino Basketball on 95.3 The Peak. Welcome to the Carbon Dino pregame show on KRPX 95.3 The Peak. Brought to you by Landon's Diesel Service. Leave your truck in the hands of those who know diesel engines. Landon's Diesel Service at 540 South 300 West in Price. And now for tonight's play-by-play, let's join Sonny Buscarini.
Welcome to Carbon Dino Basketball. Here on 95.3 The Peak, where the Dinos play. Tonight, we're at home. It's the Carbon Dinos' first home game of the season. They will battle South Summit. Hello again, everybody, and welcome to the ball game. Sonny Buscarini, Aiden Mortensen here in the Sutherland's broadcast booth. And Aiden, we did the game just the other night, Wednesday night. The Carbon Dinos fell short on the road. A season opener to Union, 58-49. They get 1 day rest, bounce right back, and play again, and I think that's good for this team.
Yeah, and they really battled tough in that Union game, and it was a tough first showing for first-year head coach Taylor Brower. I mean, you look at everything he had going for him. That's not only a road game in your coaching debut. That is, it's a tough task to go on the road, compete against a very solid Union squad. I think they're a very underrated team within the 3A classification. And you really go on the road, and you're going out of the frying pan into the fire, playing on the road at a very hostile Union environment. So I'm sure he's very happy to be playing here in Jurassic Park.
Yes, 58-49, the final score of the Union Cougars with the win over the Carbon Dinos on Wednesday night. Wednesday night, South Summit also played their first game of the season. They defeated the Emory Spartans 73-56. So South Summit starts out with a 1-0 record.
And South Summit, they are going to be a tough test here at home tonight for Carbon High School. You're looking at a team that not only went in and beat Emory in their opening game, they dominated Emory, winning by nearly 20 points. And you have to give credit, Sonny, to Logan Woolston-Hume. Let's look at his stat line for a second here. 31 points. Incredible. But on top of that, Sonny, 12 rebounds, 5 assists, 3 steals, 2 blocks. And on top of all that last season, Sonny, he was a first-team All-State member as a junior.
Yeah.
So really looking to break out in his senior campaign.
Yep, absolutely. This is going to be a good test for the Carbon Dinos. You know, they start out the season, new coach, different things. The kids are learning. So at the beginning of the season, they're going to get better every game.
They really are, and it's something that, as a coach, you're going to like to see because you're playing with a very young team. I mean, you see it, look in the starting lineup, you see a lot of juniors, a lot of sophomores, and you're really looking at a tough task trying to develop this young talent into something that can really compete in the 3A level in the coming years. Right now, they just have to get over a few of those growing pains.
Taking a look at the Carbon Dinos Wednesday night, I was impressed with the game that Kyler Worth had. The junior did well in the paint. He was everywhere. He had a very good opening game for the Carbon Dinos.
That he did, Sonny. And, that was one of the biggest flaws I saw in Carbon's game, with the exception of Kyler Orth was finishing at the rim. Time after time, their offense was able to generate clean looks at the rim. But it's that age-old dilemma where sometimes it feels like you are, you're a little too open on these shots. You get up there, no one else is around you, and you really start overthinking what's going on, and that leads to a lot of misses at the rim. That's something that, that's going to be an early season problem for Carbon, but as they go on, as they get more confident and get more used to this varsity game speed, that's going to be something that they're really going to excel at, especially at the high clip they're generating these looks.
Carter Warburton also came off the bench and had double digits on Wednesday night as well.
That he did. He's the lone returning starter from last season, humbly taking that bench role. It's like my parents always told me, it's not if you're starting that game, it's how many minutes you're going to play. And as soon as he came off that bench, Sonny, we rarely saw him back on it, as he was a key piece for the Dinos. 10 points, like you said, double digits.
Carbon Dino Basketball. On 95.3 The Peak.
your expertise here. What do we need to do on the defensive side?
Welcome to the Carbon Dino pregame show on KRPX 95.3 The Peak. Brought to you by Landon's Diesel Service. Leave your truck in the hands of those who know diesel engines. Landon's Diesel Service at 540 South 300 West in Price. And now for tonight's play-by-play, let's join Sonny Buscarini.
Welcome to Carbon Dino Basketball. Here on 95.3 The Peak, where the Dinos play. Tonight we're at home. It's the Carbon Dinos' first home game of the season. They will battle South Summit. Hello again, everybody, and welcome to the ball game. Sonny Buscarini, Aiden Mortensen here in the Sutherland's broadcast booth. And Aiden, we did the game just the other night, Wednesday night. The Carbon Dinos fell short on the road the season opener to Union, 58-49. They get 1 day rest, bounce right back, and play again. And I think that's good for this team.
Need to improve on to help their chances to win. Now we talked about misses at the rim already, so let's focus on turnovers. Those are something you're going to have early season. These kids still trying to build chemistry. Like we said, entirely new starting lineup out there on the floor. These kids need time to gel together. And, you know, that's something that's going to come with time, but it's something you'd like to see them start cleaning up as we go into game number 2.
But they have a complete different type of offense as well.
On the road, a very hostile Union environment. So I'm sure he's very happy to be playing here in Jurassic Park.
And that poses a set of problems. 58-49 the final score of the Union Cougars with the win over the Carbon Dinos on Wednesday night. Wednesday night, South Summit also played their first game of the season. They defeated the Embry Spartans 73-56. So South Summit starts out with a 1-0 record.
And I think South Summit, they are going to be a tough test here at home tonight. Tied up for Carbon High School. You're looking at a team that not only went in and beat Embry in their opening game, they dominated Embry by nearly 20 points. And you have to give credit, Sonny. That's really what you love to see from the Dinos. Let's look at his stat line for a second here. I'm sure Coach Brower was happy to see that as well. But on top of that,
Sonny, we'll take a quick break, and when we come back, more of the Landon's Diesel Service pregame show right here on 95.3 The Peak, where the Dinos play on some different networks there. You got confused there for a second. Absolutely. This is going to be a good test for the Carbon Dinos. They start out the season. Some new coach.
We'll be back right after
different things. The kids are learning. So at the beginning of the season, they're going to get better every day.
They really are, and it's something that, you know, as a coach, you're going to like to see. You're playing with a very young team. I mean, you see it, look at the starting lineup. You see a lot of juniors, a lot of sophomores, and you're really looking at a tough task trying to develop this young talent into something that can really compete in the 3A level in the coming years. Right now, they have to get over a few of those growing pains.
Taking a look at the Carbon Dinos Wednesday night. I was impressed with the game that Kyler Worth had. The junior did well in the paint. He was everywhere. He had a very good opening game for the Carbon Dinos.
That he did, Sonny. And, you know, that was one of the biggest flaws I saw in Carbon's game, with the exception of Kyler Orth was finishing at the rim. Time after time, their offense was able to generate clean looks at the rim. But it's that age-old dilemma where sometimes it feels like you are, you know, you're a little too open on these shots. You get up there, no one else is around you, and you really start overthinking what's going on, and that leads to a lot of misses at the rim. That's something that, you know, that's going to be an early season problem for Carbon. But as they go on, as they get more confident and get more used to this varsity game speed, that's going to be something that they're really going to excel at, especially at the high clip they're generating these looks.
Carter Warburton also came off the bench and had double digits on Wednesday night as well.
That he did. He's the lone returning starter from last season, humbly taking that bench role. You know, it's like my parents always told me, it's not if you're starting that game, it's how many minutes you're going to play. And as soon as he
and better than you at this stuff.
No argument there.
Store, plumbing, paint, electrical, with better prices, better service, and better knowledge than the big box stores. Central Commission, North Main Street, in Helper.
Clean Cut Roofing and Siding.
Do you sell lightsaber chopsticks?
No.
Bagpipes?
Definitely not.
Screaming goats?
What?
Oh, I thought you said you had something for everyone.
Yes, something for everyone that needs any type of new roof or siding.
Oh, so no cowbells?
No, we're roofing and siding experts, but maybe with more cowbell.
Since 2003, you get peace of mind every time with Clean Cut Roofing and Siding. CleanCutRoofingSiding.com. Discover peace of mind with Dawn's Hometown Insurance, now even closer to home at their new location, 58 West Main Street in Price. Connect directly with friendly agents, ready to tailor a package just for you. Imagine bundling your home, auto, and life insurance, simplifying your life while maximizing savings. Experience personalized service designed to protect what matters most to you. Visit Dawn's Hometown Insurance today and feel the difference.
Need a getaway? Well, there's no better way to get away than in your own RV. And there's no better way to finance your new RV than with Desert View Federal Credit Union. Desert View makes it so easy. You can conveniently fill out your loan application right from their app. Download it today and then get shopping. With low interest rates and the new convenient app, that new RV can be more than just a dream. Desert View Federal Credit Union can help make it happen.
Membership and eligibility apply. Loans on approved credit. Member NCUA.
Carbon Dino basketball continues on 95.3 The Peak.
Welcome back to Carbon Dino basketball here on 95.3 The Peak, where the Dinos play at home here tonight. The season opener for the home team, Carbon Dinos. They played on the road, but this is their first home game of the season, losing Wednesday night. Both these teams played Wednesday night. South Summit, as we said, beating Emory, and Carbon falling short to Union. So tonight, game number 2 in this long basketball season, but then we'll have the holiday break, and then we'll be back with more.
Yeah, and that holiday break, it's always a good time to kind of regroup. It gives you time to reflect on the past 2 games and come in with a fresh, renewed sense of intensity coming out. And that's what I love most about that Thanksgiving break. And it's also a time for coaches to take a step back from the game, and you can reapproach it with a fresh mindset. And that's massive, especially when you're a first-year head coach. You're going to be thinking about a lot of different aspects. You're going to have some things that are going to be keeping you up at night. So a chance to take a step back and clear your head, that's one of the best things that can happen.
So 95.3 The Peak. This is where the Dinos play on our sister station, KOAL. Talk a little bit about some sports that's coming up here on KOAL 107.3 FM, 750 AM. Tomorrow night at 5:30, the University of Utah will be battling Iowa State. Iowa State ranked number 22. That'll be on KOAL. The kickoff is at 5:30. And then the pregame before.
Yeah, and this Iowa State team, they were looking like they were a front runner to be in that Big 12 championship game, but a series of tough losses, starting with a loss to Houston, really derailed their chances there. They need to try and win out now, or else their spot is all but guaranteed to be gone.
That'll be a great game to listen to tomorrow night. Also on KOAL on Sunday at 2:05 p.m., the Raiders will be battling the Broncos, the big rivalry game. You can listen to that also on Castle Country Radio on KOAL.
I know, that's one my dad's been stressing about. He hates losing to the Broncos more than anything. So this is a chance. This is a Broncos team who's really come out of nowhere this season and thrived in a lot of situations. So really one of the surprising teams of the year.
Of course, and we have Sports Byline also on KOAL. And we have Drive Time Sports with Jordan Busgreen. He'll keep you updated on all the stuff going on, local and national-wise. U.S. Eastern women's volleyball team had an incredible season. They went to Tennessee, and they played in the national tournament. And They had a great year.
They did. And, you can't ask for much better than an Elite Eight appearance besides a championship. But unfortunately, on the other end, they had the number 1 seed in the country. And they took them the distance. A 5-set game ended 15-13.
Yes.
So really a nail-biter for both sides. A lot going on in that game. And then today in the consolation bracket, they fell to Northeastern Junior College 3-0. So really a great season for the Lady Eagles.
So lots of local sports going on. Jordan, we'll keep you updated on that. Also on the website. Talk about the website.
Oh, yeah, you can visit CastleCountryRadio.com. There we have access to all 4 of Castle Country Radio's family of stations. That's KRPX 95.3. That's KARB 98.3. You got Rock 103 and KOAL 107.3. So many. They have a bit of something for everyone. You got the classic rock, you got the country, contemporary pop, and you have news, talk, sports. What more could you ask for from a group of radio stations? Much like Jordan, Sonny, they cover it all.
Yep. This is where the Dinos play, however, on 95.3 The Peak. We're about 14 minutes away from tip-off. We'll take a quick break, and when we come back, more of the Landon's Diesel Service pregame show.
Need a getaway? Well, there's no better way to get away than in your own RV. And there's no better way to finance your new RV than with Desert View Federal Credit Union. Desert View makes it so easy. You can conveniently fill out your loan application right from their app. Download it today and then get shopping. With low interest rates and the new convenient app, that new RV can be more than just a dream. Desert View Federal Credit Union can help make it happen.
Membership and eligibility apply. Loans on approved credit. Member NCUA.
Imagine a smooth, hassle-free journey to the front door of your new home with the Driggs Mortgage Team guiding you every step of the way. Hi, this is Greg Driggs. Our seasoned experts understand the ins and outs of home financing and refinancing. Come visit us at our new permanent address, 8 East Main in Price, where we plan to be a staple for years to come. Start your journey today. Call 801-427-3577. The Driggs Mortgage Team, NMLS number 272076, Equal Housing Opportunity. Driggs Mortgage Team is a DBA of Premier Mortgage Resources, LLC, NMLS 1169.
My son and daughter both play sports, a lot of sports. And with that can come injuries, bruises, sprains, and unfortunately breaks. That's why we use Eastern Utah Imaging. They're a convenient and local option for imaging and an important part of a student-athlete's team.
Eastern Utah Imaging for high-quality, affordable MRI and X-ray services. Many quick scans take 30 minutes or less. You can call for an appointment or ask your doctor to refer you to Eastern Utah Imaging. North Fairgrounds Road in Price. Call 636 X-ray. That's 636-9729.
Imagine the sound of a basketball swishing through the net at the game buzzer. That's the sound of you scoring big with Eastern Utah Community Credit Union's Slam Dunk Savings Accounts. Just like a winning team will strategize their plays, we will help you plan your financial future with competitive interest rates and unbeatable customer support. Whether you're saving for college, a new home, or retirement, make a fast break to Eastern Utah Community Credit Union and let your savings game reach MPP status. Join our team today and start winning with your money.
Membership and eligibility required. NCUA insured. Loans approved on credit.
Hey there, food lovers. It's Bill Hicks from Farleno's Cafe, your new favorite spot for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Whether you're craving a hearty omelet, a fresh salad, our golden curly fries, or our mouth-watering pastas, we've got you covered. And we're open 7 days a week. So come on down to Farleno's Cafe, where every meal is a celebration. Remember, it's where the locals eat. Visit us at Farleno's, where great food and great company come together. See you soon.
At Landon's Diesel, they understand the heartbeat of your diesel truck. Whether it's the rig that powers your livelihood or the everyday vehicle that drives your life, the trained technicians at Landon's Diesel are here to keep you rolling. Plus, with 24-hour towing service, support's just a call away, anytime, day or night. Drive into Landon's Diesel for expert care tailored to you and your truck. Because when your diesel needs expertise, Landon's Diesel is always here.
Carbon Dino basketball continues on 95.3 The Peak.
Welcome back to the Landon's Diesel Service pregame show here on 95.3 The Peak, where the Dinos play. Carbon Dinos battling South Summit tonight here at home. South Summit coming in 1-0. The Carbon Dinos 0-1. South Summit, the Wildcats, really good basketball team this year. They're picked to go a long ways.
Yeah, I'd say they're one of the top 2 teams in the state, son. You know what really confuses me, though, is their name. They're South Summit. They're from Camas, and that's up north. So, you know, it's one of those confusing names, but they are a spectacular basketball team. Like we talked about, Logan Wolstenhume, 31 points in his debut against the Emory Spartans. Along with that, Sonny, 12 rebounds, 5 assists, 3 steals, 2 blocks. So, really, he's going to be someone that the Dinos are going to have their eye on here tonight, trying to find a way to shut him down. But if you do manage to shut down Wolstenhume, you have to worry about Blake Osgathorpe. 12 points last game, 3 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 steals. Just a dominant presence from the backcourt duo for the Wildcats.
Yeah, they have people that can put the ball in the basket. Riker Brown also with 8 points on Wednesday night as well.
Yeah, and just it's a very, very tough team you're going to be battling here tonight. But the Carbon Dinos have made their name for themselves going into this season in defense. That's where they've really shined, and it showed in that Union game. Union had one good run throughout the course of the game. Coach Brower calls timeout, and after that, Sonny, it was lockdown. It was just a very good shooting night for the Union Cougars. I mean, they were pulling up from about the midcourt stripe. They were doing it all offensively. And you're not going to have nights like that all the time. So the Dinos' defense, I think, is going to play a key role in this showdown.
Taking a look at the schedule for the Carbon Dinos, as said, South Summit tonight, and then they will play South Severe on the 4th of December. San Juan on the 6th. That will be here at home. They'll play Grantsville on the 7th here at home, and Grand here at home as well. So they, from the 4th to the 10th, they have 4 games. So they're going to be busy. So they need to take advantage of that, of the rest through the Thanksgiving holiday, because they are going to be busy with 4 games between the 4th and the 10th.
Oh, they are going to be absolutely jam-packed, Sonny. And that break, like you said, is going to be very beneficial. We talked about it before. That's a good chance for players, coaches to kind of clear their head. But, Sonny, it's also a chance for these players to get healthy. That's something that's been an early storyline for the Carbon Dinos. Caleb Sorensen, Ridge Butler both sat out of that first game due to injury. And now they're still sitting on the bench what looks like tonight. So, really, a lot going on for the Dinos, and this break is a chance for them to get healthy and right the ship following tonight's game.
Carbon Dinos, South Summit here at Carbon High School. We're just moments away from tip-off. We'll have the starting lineups for you when we come back. Take a quick break. Landon's Diesel Service pregame show. Don't go anywhere.
JN Auto says it's time to get in the auto buying game. JN Auto is a game changer when you're looking for a new vehicle but don't want to pay the new vehicle price. By making JN Auto a part of your team, you can count on finding quality, gently used vehicles with manufacturer warranties and unbeatable prices. You just found the secret to finding the perfect vehicle. It's JN Auto. Check out their huge inventory at jnautosales.com. JN Auto in Huntington and Price.
This is Dave
and Ryan
from Dave and Ryan's Movie Review.
Experience movies the way God intended them to be seen.
On the big screen. At the King Cole Theaters.
And action. Whether it's stunning action,
heart-stopping horror,
tender romance,
gut-busting comedy,
or wholesome family flicks,
movies are always better on the big screen.
Connect on Facebook for instant access to showtimes and the latest blockbusters.
With showing 7 nights a week and matinees on weekends, you can immerse yourself in the magic of movies at the King Cole Theaters.
You gonna fix that?
Fix what?
That dripping faucet?
Someday.
No, how about today? Not only is it driving me crazy, but it's wasting water, costing us money, and could turn into dry rot and other damage.
Guess we better get to Magnuson Lumber and Hardware.
Now you're talking.
Magnuson Lumber features almost 1,000 feet of plumbing accessories and supplies you need to fix your leaking faucets and pipes. Stop in today. Main Street, Castledale. Magnuson Lumber and Hardware. Family owned since 1965.
Discover the difference experience makes at Mr. Automotive in Huntington. With over 30 years dedicated to matching the perfect vehicle with the right person in Castle Country, we know a thing or two about cars and about saving you money. Thanks to our low overhead, we're able to pass incredible savings directly on to you. Drive away happy with a deal as reliable as our service. Visit Mr. Automotive today. where experience means savings and you meet your new car.
You've been accused of doing something illegal. Now it's time for a strong defense in the game of legal matters. Let Oliver Law tackle your case. Robert Oliver believes in innocent until proven guilty. Oliver Law brings you a strong defense for the best possible outcome for your criminal case. And when it's time to go on offense, Robert Oliver has the game plan to tackle your legal troubles. Call 435-637-6060 or go to robertoliverlegal.com to request a free consultation. Robert Oliver, passionate about defending the underdog.
You're listening to Carbon Dino Basketball on the Peak, KRPX 95.3 FM.
Welcome back to the Landon's Diesel Service pregame show. Carbon and South Summit, the starting lineups for tonight. First, we'll go with South Summit. Starting tonight will be number 1, Blake Oscarthorpe. He is a point guard, junior, 6'2", had 12 points in game number 1.
Yeah, and he is that second option that's oh so lethal. And you're going to try and bottle up his teammate, but then he is going to explode. So really, you have to be on your defensive A game.
Number 5, the senior, 6'5", had 31 points the other night on Wednesday night, Logan Wolstenhume.
Yeah, and he's scary. He played quarterback, plays excellent basketball for the team. First team All-State in both football and basketball. He's someone, Sonny, who is a scary player to go up against. And, I mean, doing what he's able to do at 6'1", it's incredible. He had a poster dunk a few nights ago against Emory. So someone who you're going to be wanting to see make those highlight plays.
Yeah, we'll be saying his name a lot tonight.
You can guarantee that.
Yep. Number 12, Brooks Branca, the point guard, senior, 5'10". He had 1 point, but he runs the team.
He does. It all starts with him. Without a good ball distributor, you're not going to have open scorers, and that's why he is so important. His numbers may not show on the scoring side of things, but dang it, Sonny, he is a crucial part to this Wildcats offense.
Number 23, the senior center, Cole Reber.
And, it's always good to have a big man, someone who can pull down those boards, especially when you're building an offense around crashing the boards.
Shooting guard number 35 had 5 points the other night. He's a junior, Joey Harris.
And really, it's a scary offense you're going to have to go against because any of these guys are liable to pop off on any given night. So you have to really know your assignment, stick to your defensive game plan, and that's how you can shut down the Wildcats. We saw that last year in the state championship game when they fell to Judge Memorial. They played good, solid assignment defense.
So for the Carbon Dinos, starting 5 tonight will be number 3, the senior center, Maxwell Carlson. He had 2 points Wednesday night against Union.
Yes, but the paint presence he provides for the Dinos is kind of that motor for the defensive engine. You have the point guard on offense, considered the floor general. On defense, Sonny, I'd argue the center is the floor general. He's communicating. Watch out screen, watch out roll, watch out cut to the basket, corner, trap. He is what is going to command this defense.
Senior guard wearing number 4 tonight, Evan Lancaster. He had 4 points against Union Wednesday night.
And, any basket you can get is good. He needs some people to space that floor, and he does just that.
The 6'2" junior forward wearing number 14, Kyler Orth. He had an incredible game. We said that earlier in the broadcast. On Wednesday night, he had 16
points, 4 rebounds, and Sonny, it felt like every time he got to the rim, it was going to be a shot that at least had a chance. He's hard to stop, especially when he's coming off the roll. He's just a very crucial part, and having him as so young as he is playing varsity, getting this great experience, he's going to be dangerous for a few years to come.
Junior forward wearing number 24 had 10 points Wednesday night, Logan Bennett.
And Logan Bennett added 5 rebounds and an assist to that. He's the kind of utility player the Dinos are going to find themselves turning to when Orth inevitably starts drawing those double teams.
And senior wearing number 33, forward Cannon Mortensen.
And he is a Swiss Army knife of a player. Let me tell you, Sonny, 3 points, 6 rebounds, a steal, and a block. He's really on both ends of the floor doing his job and doing it well.
That's the starting 5 for both teams. You've been listening to the Landon's Diesel Service pregame show. When we come back, it'll be time for basketball. It's Carbon Dinos against South Summit on a Friday night here at Carbon High School. We'll return right after this.
Imagine a smooth, hassle-free journey to the front door of your new home with the Driggs Mortgage Team guiding you every step of the way. Hi, this is Greg Driggs. Our seasoned experts understand the ins and outs of home financing and refinancing. Come visit us at our new permanent address, 8 East Main in Price, where we plan to be a staple for years to come. Start your journey today. Call 801-427-3577. The Driggs Mortgage Team, NMLS number 272076, Equal Housing Opportunity. Driggs Mortgage Team is a DBA of Premier Mortgage Resources, LLC, NMLS 1169.
My son and daughter both play sports, a lot of sports. And with that can come injuries, bruises, sprains, and unfortunately breaks. That's why we use Eastern Utah Imaging. They're a convenient and local option for imaging and an important part of a student-athlete's team.
Eastern Utah Imaging for high-quality, affordable MRI and X-ray services. Many quick scans take 30 minutes or less. You can call for an appointment or ask your doctor to refer you to Eastern Utah Imaging, North Fairgrounds Road in Price. Call 636-X-ray. That's 636-9729.
Imagine the sound of a basketball swishing through the net at the game buzzer. That's the sound of you scoring big with Eastern Utah Community Credit Union's Slam Dunk Savings Accounts. Just like a winning team will strategize their plays, we will help you plan your financial future with competitive interest rates and unbeatable customer support. Whether you're saving for college, a new home, or retirement, make a fast break to Eastern Utah Community Credit Union and let your savings game reach MVP status. Join our team today and start winning with your money.
Membership and eligibility required. NCUA insured. Loans approved on credit.
Hey there, food lovers. It's Bill Hicks from Farleno's Cafe, your new favorite spot for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Whether you're craving a hearty omelet, a fresh salad, our golden curly fries, or our mouth-watering pastas, we've got you covered. And we're open 7 days a week. So come on down to Farleno's Cafe, where every meal is a celebration. Remember, it's where the locals eat. Visit us at Farleno's, where great food and great company come together. See you soon.
How well do algorithms answer your questions?
Your specific query will be addressed with a pre-written, standardized reply.
When you need help with life's important decisions like life insurance, home and auto coverage, and even retirement planning, rely on relationships, not robots. Farm Bureau Financial Services. It's your future. Let's protect it.
In the Castle Country, call your local Farm Bureau agent, Jill Jensen, at 637-8400 for a free quote today.
You're listening to Carbon Dino Basketball on the Peak, KRPX 95.3 FM.
Welcome back. Carbon Dino Basketball, starting fives being announced. We went through those already tonight. The key to success for the Carbon Dinos tonight will be
defensive grit, and we've talked about it. They have a big task on their plate tonight, Sonny. Have a lot of very potent scores on the South Summit offense. You're going to need to stick to those fundamentals, know your assignment on defense, and that's how you can pull away. I think on the offensive end for the Dinos, Sonny, they have turnover problems. That's going to be something that South Summit will jump all over if they are unable to get that under control, as well as just converting at the rim. That was one of the biggest flaws of their game last time out, is they really struggled when it came to finishing in that key area. Like I said, sometimes they got so open, they find themselves a little too open, overthought the shot, and ended up missing, giving the other team a rebound and a fast break the other way. So those are two very critical areas for the Dinos if they want to come away with the win here tonight.
Starting five once again for the Dinos being announced now will be Carlson, Lancaster, Orth, Bennett, Mortensen.
And really just a fantastic young group of kids. Coach Brower, a very defensive-minded coach. He says he wants that to be the identity of this team. And in that first game, he showed it. And now tonight, Sonny, they're going to put that mentality to the test as they take on one of the scariest offenses in the 3A classification.
So you have listened to the Landon's Diesel Service pregame show. It's time for basketball. The Dinos wear their white uniforms with the blue numbers. Tonight, South Summit, the Wildcats in the green uniforms with white numbers. Dinos go right to left on your radio dial, and we are ready to go here on 95.3 The Peak, where the Dinos play. You can also watch the score and listen to the game as well.
Yep, you can do that on Castle Country Sports Carbon, a visual scoreboard there for you, as well as live play-by-play commentary here from Jurassic Park.
We're ready for the start of tonight's game. Like I said earlier, right to left go the Dinos. Jumping for the Carbon Dinos will be Carlson.
And Carlson definitely has the height to win this one. And, you know, it's going to be Wolstenhume jumping for the Wildcats. Not their center, but my goodness, can this kid jump.
And there's the tip, controlled in the backcourt by South Summit. We are underway here at Carbon High School. Here we go. Branca with the ball. Branca gives it over to the left side. They'll set the offense. Drive inside all the way to the basket. Shot up and no good. Goes Logan Wolstenhume. And he will go to the free throw line to shoot two.
Yeah, Wolstenhume looking to get to his spots early in this game as he takes it to the rim with authority. Cannon Mortensen, though, did an excellent job making the read going up. He blocked that shot, but the ref saw contact, whistled him, and now Wolstenhume has a chance to earn his first points of the game.
Wolstenhume at the free throw line. First one up and good. And he starts out scoring points immediately, just like we figured he would.
Yeah, he's going to be the one the Dinos are going to have to watch out for tonight.
Logan eyes the bucket for the second free throw, puts it up, and it is no good off the back of the iron. The rebound comes down to the Carbon Dinos with the basketball. Drive inside, shot up, no good. Battle for the rebound, Carbon gets it. Kick it outside to Lancaster for three, no good off the back of the iron. Rebound comes down to Wolstenhume. And he'll bring it past the half-court strike, picked up there. Swings it right side, goes to Harris. Harris back out front to Branca between the circles. Setting the offense with 23 seconds. Drives in the paint. Good defense by the Dinos and an offensive foul.
And you know, Sonny, what I really love about the Dinos right now is they're not buying into the hype. They're playing like they play any other game, and the bench is providing the energy that they're going to need on the court.
Osgothorpe stuck his shoulder down and got called for the offensive fouls. 1-0 South Summit. Dinos with the basketball. It's Lancaster left side picked up there. Guarded closely by Harris, making it difficult on Lancaster. A reach foul. Foul number 2 on South Summit. Early on in this game, 2 fouls called on South Summit, and both the body language by the Wildcats, they didn't like either call.
They did not, but, you know, there's nothing you can really do. You got to just adjust. The refs making their preference known early on how they're going to call this game. You just have to adapt to that.
Yep. Lancaster with the basketball. Nice move. Free throw shot. Short off the front rim. Offensive rebound up and in. Cannon Mortensen right in the spot he needed to be, and the Dinos lead 2-1.
My goodness, what a series of moves to set that basket up. Love the hustle from Mortensen on the board, putting it up and in.
Harris swings it over the right side. It goes to Branca down on the baseline. Whistle and a blocking foul. And so far, it looks like this game's going to be called close. We have 4 fouls. We have 6:39 left to play in the first quarter.
Yeah, this is going to be a tightly whistled game, and as a player, you have to recognize that, and you have to adapt your defense and offense to it.
They'll throw it in on the baseline. In it comes to Harris on the baseline right. Kicks it back outside. Osgothorpe kicks it over. Deep 3, up and no good by Harris. And the rebound comes down to the Dinos. It's Bennett. Bennett ahead. Gives the ball over the right side. It goes to Mortensen. Cross-court pass to Lancaster. Lancaster in the paint. Stops, double team. Ball knocked away. Gets it back over to Bennett. Bennett back over to Mortensen. Mortensen back to Bennett. Back to Mortensen in the paint. Point-blank shot. Can't get it to go when the rebound comes down to Reber.
And that was,
he had a shot there. Aiden couldn't get it to go.
Yeah, it was one of those I was too open shots.
Branca with it. Kicks it over to the left side. It goes to Reber. To Harris. Bounce pass to Branca. Fakes the 3. Drives inside. Some contact. No whistle. Goes to the ground. The rebound Dinos.
Now it seems like the refs are calling it the opposite way.
Yeah. Mortensen goes strong to the basket. Nice little pass underneath to Logan Bennett. And Logan uses glass and puts it in, and it's 4-1 Dinos.
Oh, he looked a little bit like Magic Johnson there, Sonny, swinging it around.
5:30 left to play here in the first quarter. Dinos lead 4-1. Reber with the ball. Kicks it outside to Harris. Harris swings it right side to Branca. Branca back to Osgothorpe. Down underneath, reverse layup in. Nice pass to Branca. Going to the basket, he gets the easy 2, and it's 4-3.
And you have to watch out for those cutters, especially on this 4-out offense.
Lancaster with the spin move in the paint. Bounce pass outside. Bennett for 3. God from the right angle. Bennett has 5 in the ball game. The Dinos lead 7-3.
Let's talk about the passing from Mortensen for a second. He is diming them up. My goodness.
Branca kicks over the right side. It goes to Osgerthorpe. Drives in. Pass down underneath. Point blank shot. Knocked away. Whistle. What do we have? We have a foul. Foul on the Dinos. It's going to be team foul number 3 for the Carbon Dinos. 4:37 left to play first quarter, 7-3 Dinos.
The Dinos have done such a good job offensively today. I mean, they're moving the ball with such efficiency, and it's creating a lot of open looks along the perimeter. But if not, they have cutters down low, and some excellent passing has led them to be open too. So really, an excellent start to this game from Carbon.
Carlson picks up the foul, his first of the ball game, third team foul for the Carbon Dinos, 2 on South Summit. The first free throw by Reber is good. Second free throw is up and good as well. Got the shooter's bounce on free throw number 2. 7-5, Dinos lead by 2.
And this is going to be a hotly contested game, Sonny. I mean, looking at both teams right now, both hitting their shots, getting to their spots, but both really trying to counter the other with defensive pressure.
So the Dinos with the basketball. Bounce pass goes to Bennett. Kicks it back outside. Lancaster thought about the 3, changes his mind, drives inside. Reverse layup won't go. Gets his own rebound, stepped out of bounds. Ball goes over to the South Summit. Good defense that time by the Wildcats. They smothered the Dinos' offense on that possession.
That was normally you see trap defenses run in the corner, but right in that last possession, they smothered him along the baseline, using that line as an extra defender, really creating a lot of pressure on the Dinos.
Harris with the ball. Bounce pass goes down underneath. Shot up, no good. Whistle and a foul. And guess who's going to the free throw line to shoot 2?
Who else but Wollstonhume? The kid knows how to use his body in those situations. I mean, he was trapped underneath the basket. He knows he has 2 defenders up there, knows that if he goes up, he's probably going to get fouled if he does so in the right way. Navigates up, reaches up and in, and gets hacked on his way up and gets 2 free shots at the charity stripe.
So at the free throw line, Wollstonhume.
Looks like they have a few problems with the student section, as athletic director Ted Bianco is out on the court. And yeah, just a stoppage in gameplay right now. I mean, when you're playing like this, though, if you're a Dinos fan, you don't want this level of distraction. I don't fully know what that was about, but I know Coach Bianco did go over to the student section, had a few words for him, and is now walking back before gameplay can resume. Student section has nothing but smiles on their faces, though. That's the kind of high school fun you see a lot of.
Free throws for South Summit. Eyeing the bucket, putting up free throw number 1 is good.
Wollstonhume had held to only 2 points so far in the game. Normally very explosive, but the Downs have done a good job, which as a whole defensively shutting down what the Wildcats were throwing their way.
Wollstonhume, second free throw, up and good. He has 3 in the ball game.
A good job connecting there by Wollstonhume as he gets his 3rd point.
Warburton in the ball game now for the Dinos. He has it, gives it over to Bennett. Back to Warburton on the baseline. Kicks it outside to Mortensen. Mortensen drives in, kicks it out Bennett for 3 down the barrel. No good. Rebound comes down to South Summit. 7-7 the score. 3:59 left to play here in the first quarter. Tied at 7. They'll set the offense. Bronco with it. Kicks it over to the right side. It goes to Johnson. Johnson checked into the ball game on that last dead ball. Whistle and a foul.
And it looks like it's going to be an offensive foul. Yeah, refs are back to calling this one very tightly. And, you know, as long as they keep it consistent like that, the players can adjust. But when you flop back and forth, then it really creates some confusion.
Bowen with the foul. His first of the ball game, 3 team fouls. Dinos with the ball. Bennett on the baseline. Bounce pass down underneath. Shot up and won't go by Mortensen. Thought it was going to go in, and we have a jump ball. And the referees let that go a little bit. We gets a little bit chippy here. And the referees stepped in and said, hey, Nice job by the referees.
Yeah, that was definitely moments away from escalating and probably into a few fists fly. And Mortensen and Wolstenhume almost getting into it. And I love that kind of intensity, though, especially from both of these teams. These are two teams who want to win, neither wanting to back down.
Dinos will throw it in, and it comes shot up and no good by Ty Mortensen. And the rebound, South Summit whistling a foul on the Dinos. That'll be team foul number 5, and free throws for South Summit. They'll go to the free throw line to shoot 2 with 3:18 left to play in the first quarter, and we are tied at 7.
Now, Sonny, there is a point where you're playing aggressive, but you also have to play disciplined. You kind of let the emotions fly off the handle there, leading to an unnecessary foul, and that leads to free throws here for the Wildcats. Not a situation you want to find yourself in.
To some easy points, possible easy points. Free throw up and good. Jack Johnson at the free throw line had 4 points on Wednesday night against the Emory Spartans. Gets his first point of the ball game here tonight at Carbon High School. 8-7 the score. South Summit with the lead. Second free throw up. Nothing but net as well. Jack Johnson walks up to the free throw line. Hits both free throws. 7 for 8 from the line as a team for South Summit. Carbon Dinos yet to shoot a free throw. 7 points for South Summit from the free throw line. Now have 9 in the game.
Yeah, and that's usually a discrepancy. You don't see this early. But right now, they've done a very good job of getting to the line. But the Dinos have played aggressively, and that's what you want to see from a defensive-minded team like them. They're trying to send messages early that they're not backing down. They don't care about the hype that surrounds the Wildcats. They're here to play, and they're here to win.
Timeout on the floor, 9-7 South Summit, but I really like, Aiden, the way the Dinos have started this game.
Oh, my gosh. Their offense looks so different already. I mean, you can tell that they're starting to gel already. And, you know, it's in part due to the different kind of practice style that Coach Brower runs. I mean, he likes to end these practices not by playing basketball, but with a game, something like ultimate frisbee, you know, because that's how you, it's that Mr. Miyagi method, you know. You do something you feel is unrelated, but really it's teaching you the skills you need. Like ultimate frisbee, for example, that teaches you spacing on the floor. Some real wax on, wax off deal right there.
So with the basketball, the Carbon Dinos in it comes, and Warburton will bring it up the floor. Picked up by Harris. Past the half-court stripe comes the left side. Still with the basketball. Guarded by Harris still. Now picks up his dribble. Gives it down to Mortensen. Ty on the baseline. Throws it away. Turnover number 3 for the Carbon Dinos. 1 for South Summit. South Summit with the basketball. It's Johnson. Drives all the way. Shot no good. Rebound Bennett. Bennett will bring it up the floor himself. Down the left side he comes. Looks up the floor. Knocked out of bounds. Bodies fall to the ground. Let's see what we got. I think we got a foul, but I'm not sure.
I have no idea. Ref's discussing it right now. Both sides thinking that that the other team was the one who committed the foul. And just, you know, it could go either way. It was like a high-speed collision between two players. Was the defender's feet set as he draws a charge, or was it a blocking foul? We'll find out now.
No foul. They say out of bounds. Dinos basketball. Checking into the ball game will be Kyler Orth. Coming out will be Logan Bennett. And it comes to Orth on the baseline left side. Hands it out to Warburton on the angle. Dribbles in the paint, picks up his dribble back to the basket, back outside to Mortensen to Warburton. Baseline left, outside. Here's a three-point shot. Good! Cannon Mortensen has 5 in the ball game, and the Dinos take the lead back 10-9, 2:27 and running.
Mortensen with the open shot, knowing his spacing on the floor, is patient, and he gets the basket.
Harris outside to Johnson. Johnson swings it over left side. 3-point shot for South Summit. Good. Oscar Thorpe with the basket. He hits the 3, and it's 12-10. His first basket of the ballgame. Warburton in the paint, kicks it outside. 3-point shot from the baseline left. Won't go in the far corner for the Dinos by Orth, and it goes out of bounds off the Dinos. It will belong to South Summit. They lead 12-10 with 1:58 left here in the first quarter.
Sonny, the Dinos have come out to play. They're diving on the floor for balls. Yes. They're getting chippy with it. It's what you love to see.
Oh, yeah. They definitely are high aggressive basketball right now for the Carbon Dinos. Shot is up and no good, and it's blocked by the Dinos, and then coming down with the rebound was Cannon Mortensen, and then he's fouled. That'll be team foul number 4.
And Cannon Mortensen is playing like a man possessed right now. Scoring, passing, blocking. He really is the do-it-all man.
Orth in the paint scores. Nice play by Kyler Orth. He went strong to the basket from the baseline. Stolen by the Dinos. They get it back. Lancaster has it knocked away. Reach foul. He'll shoot free throws.
And Sonny, the Wildcats are frustrated. You see it in their body language, and you especially see it in their actions. They're making very uncharacteristic fouls, but they're all benefiting the Dinos. I mean, you can't reach in like that. You know you're not going to get the ball, and you're going to get whistled. That's just frustration on the floor.
To the free throw line for the first free throws of the night for the Carbon Dinos is Evan Lancaster, the senior. Had 4 points Wednesday night, has his first points of the ball game, first free throw good.
And Sonny, the amount of gelling this team has done in just one game and a practice in between since Union, it's incredible. Night and day difference. They're playing completely differently, and I love it.
Second free throw by Lancaster is up, and it's good as well. So Lancaster goes to the free throw line, hits both free throws. Dinos 2 for 2 from the line tonight. They lead 14-12. Full court pressure being applied by the Dinos. South Summit Wildcats break it easily, and they'll set the offense. Strong to the basket. Nice pass down underneath. Goes to Bowen and up and in.
And that was a good read and an even better shot by Bowen. He goes up over a double team, able to get the glass on his side as he drops it in for two.
Lancaster with it. Lancaster to Cannon Mortensen. To Orth, back to Mortensen. Kicks it over in the corner to Lancaster. Cross-court pass. Here's a three-point shot. Off the glass, no good by Ty Mortensen. Offensive rebound by Orth. Kick it outside to Lancaster. Back to Orth. That same move he did last time. Count it again. He makes the move from the left baseline, goes into the paint, has that little kind of semi-hook, I guess, and it's 16-14.
Sonny, the Wildcats are panicked.
Down in the paint. Shot up. Good. Wolstenholme with the basket. He has 5 in the ball game. Wolstenholme, he's been a little quiet here in the first quarter. Down underneath, the shot up and in. For the Carbon Dinos the other way, Ty Mortensen works his way down in the paint and gets the high percentage shot. 18-16 Dinos with the 2-point lead. 5 seconds left to play in the quarter. Harris for 3. No good. First quarter in the books here at Carbon High School, and the Dinos played a fantastic first quarter of basketball. They lead 18-16.
My goodness, Sonny. It's been the Mortensen show here tonight. Both Cannon and Ty have been playing out of their minds. Cannon diming him up, getting to the baseline, hitting his shots from 3, and Ty doing an almost identical thing. And, of course, Kyler Orth doing what he does best, and that's getting to the rim and getting easy looks. So, Sonny, this has been an interesting game. A lot of people coming into this game predicted that this was going to be a blowout in favor of South Summit. The Dinos probably heard a little bit of that talk, and they're saying, no, not in my house. And they are just... It's so incredible to see their defensive intensity has stayed the same, but offensively, they've completely gelled, and that's what's made all the difference here tonight.
Lancaster has 2 for the Dinos, Orth with 4, Bennett with 5, Mortensen with 5, and Ty Mortensen with 2 for South Summit. Leading the way, of course, is Logan Wolstenholme. He has 5 points in the ball game for South Summit. 18-16, the Carbon Dinos with the 2-point lead.
And for the most part, offensively, they've had Wolstenholme bottled up. Yeah. I mean, most of his points have come from the free throw line, which is something you don't want to give up fouls like that, but those are smart fouls because he hasn't been hitting at a high clip from the charity stripe.
Dino defense, like somebody else is going to have to put the ball in the basket because we're going to make it very difficult for him to do it.
They are.
And that's what happened in the first quarter.
They are diving all over the floor, Sonny. Every time there's a rebound, it's like a pile-up on I-15.
Wildcats with the basketball. They start the second quarter going left to right. Dinos right to left on your dial. Down underneath, back to the basket. Shot up in the paint, no good. Free throws for South Summit. Foul's going to be on Cannon Mortensen. First foul of the quarter. Free throws for South Summit.
You know, Mortensen, despite being such a paint presence, has only gotten 1 foul this game.
First free throw is up and good.
And just a nice translation there from Reber, able to get to the line and hit the first shot. Looking to make it 2 for 2 here.
Reber's second free throw won't go. And the rebound comes down to South Summit. They get another opportunity. Harris with the ball on the right side, kicks it down underneath. Ball knocked away in a turnover, Dino basketball. Lancaster with it, past a half-court stripe. He comes picked up by Harris on the right side. He'll set the Dino offense. Shot clock 26 on it. Plenty of time. Kick it outside to Cannon Mortensen. Back to Orth. Orth, three-point line right side. Back to Mortensen over to Lancaster right side. Dribbles baseline. Double team. Shot up. Blocked. But a foul. Free throws for the Carbon Dinos. He was in the shooting mode. To the free throw line to shoot 2 will be Evan Lancaster.
And it looks like South Summit took that quarter break to readjust their defense. Offense looked much of the same, but defensively, they started this quarter a lot more solid. Doing a very good job covering the perimeter, an area which Carbon was absolutely eating them up moments ago.
Reber with the foul, his first team foul, so both teams with 1 foul. Warburton's going to check back into the ball game along with Ty Mortensen for the Carbon Dinos. Ty will check in. He comes in for Carlson. Warburton's going to come in for the shooter, Lancaster. 18-17 Dinos. Free throw number 2. Eyes the bucket, puts it up, and no good. Comes out empty on 2 free throws. 18-17 Dinos up by 1. Harris with the ball, swings it over to Branca. Branca between the circles, back to Harris. Harris pass down underneath is knocked away. Nice hands by Ty Mortensen to knock it out of bounds, because if that pass gets there, that's an easy 2.
Oh, that's definitely going to be a basket. Ty Mortensen using his instinct, reaching his hand out, getting in the passing lane, tipping it out of bounds, making a blob, forcing a blob from South Summit.
Timeout on the floor with 7:01 left to play in the second quarter. Dinos leading by a score 18-17. We'll take a break. When we come back, more Carbon Dino basketball right here on 95.3 The Peak. This is where the Dinos play.
It's time you started working close to home. GMS Mine Repair and Maintenance is looking for experienced miners, mechanics, electricians, and surveyors to fill local jobs. Stop traveling every week and let GMS Mine Repair and Maintenance find you a job closer to home and your family. No more leaving your family every week traveling to a work site. There are good paying jobs right here close to home, and GMS Mine Repair and Maintenance can help you get started today. Email your resume to kbarker@gmsminerepair.com. Your new job close to home is waiting for you.
Carbon Dino basketball continues on 95.3 The Peak.
7:01 left to play here in the second quarter here at Carbon High School. Game number 2 of the 2024-25 boys basketball season. We have a good one. 18-17 Dinos. They get the turnover and then a foul.
And I like the hustle after that foul of his teammates rushing to him to make sure he's okay, help him up. And that looked less like a basketball play, more like he was going for an ankle pick in a wrestling match. I mean, he ripped that out from underneath him. I mean, they're playing scrappy basketball, but rightly so called a foul.
Dinos with the basketball. Warburton swings it over to Orth. Orth, cross-court pass over to the right side to Mortensen on the baseline. Shot up, no good. Goes to the ground, no whistle. We come the other way. South Summit on the fast break. 3-on-3. Dinos get back on defense. 3-point shot up. Long off the back of the iron, no good by Branca, and the rebound Dinos. Orth with the rebound. Ahead to Warburton. Warburton to Mortensen left side. Mortensen has it off to Bennett. Bennett, 3-point line, left angle, now drives on the baseline. Cross-court pass to Warburton, wide open for 3, halfway down and comes out. Rebound Bennett, and he'll put it in.
Boardman gets paid, Sonny. Boardman gets paid, and he's exemplifying that right now.
Bennett has 7. Here's a deep 3 by Harris, and he hits it. They said, well, we'll let you take that. That's NBA 3, and he puts it down. So now you know you got to get out on that.
Yeah, there's always players who can manage that.
20-20, Warburton hands the ball over. 3-point shot off the glass, no good. Offensive rebound once again by Bennett, and he puts it back in. And Bennett is having a game. He has 9. He's everywhere, and the Dinos lead by 2. Passed out on the baseline. Reber with it. Jump ball.
And a jump ball. That is, you gotta love what the Dinos are doing, especially in jump ball situations. They're tying up and they're getting chippy. They're throwing players to the ground. and they are forcing a lot of frustration from the Wildcats. They're looking flustered down there, Sonny. They haven't felt this kind of intensity this season.
It's a physical game, no doubt about it. But the referees are doing a good job keeping control of it, if that makes any sense.
They definitely are.
It's hard to. It's hard to describe.
If they blow this whistle a few seconds later, there's absolutely fists flying on the floor.
Bennett with the basketball between the circles, picks up his dribble, gives it to Warburton right side. His last three was halfway down, Aiden. I don't know how it came out.
I know, it was one of life's great mysteries.
Picks up his dribble, now gives it back to Orth. Orth will throw it out of bounds over the top of the head of Warburton, and that's a turnover for the Dinos, turnover number 4. With 5:20 left to play, and the Dinos lead by 2. Lancaster's coming into the ballgame for the Dinos. Coming out of the ballgame will be Cannon Mortensen.
Now, Sonny, something interesting I saw in that last offensive set. They had a player on the upper perimeter, and he turned around on his guy trying to set a screen after the roll, and he throws an elbow to the solar plexus. Just a little extra something the refs can't see.
With the basketball is Johnson. He tries to get over in the corner. Nice hands by the Dinos to knock it out of bounds. Off Lancaster. South Summit retains possession. Wildcats with it. Johnson with it. Takes the 3 down the barrel. Good. And Jack Johnson right down the barrel. Hits the 3. He has 5, and South Summit leading now 23-22. Dinos with the basketball. Warburton with it on the right side. Drives the baseline. Ball knocked out of bounds. Dino basketball on the baseline. So Dinos will retain possession. 4:49 left to play here, second quarter. 23-22, South Summit with the lead. Dinos with the ball.
And this is a good play right here. You can get a basket here, retake the lead over a potent South Summit team.
Bennett from 10, baseline right, no good. Rebound, Orth finds a gap, lays it up, can't get it to go. And the rebound, South Summit had a good look, just couldn't get it to go. It wasn't an easy shot. South Summit with the lead in the ball. Harris with it on the right side, takes another NBA 3, this time no good. Offensive rebound underneath, up and good by Wolstenhume, and he has 7 in the ball game. It's 25-22, South Summit up 3.
And that's where he's dangerous, is on those putbacks.
Lancaster tries to get in the paint, works his way down, kicks it out to Bennett for 3. No good from the baseline right, and the rebound, South Summit. You can kind of start to see the momentum starting to switch to South Summit here in this last minute. In the paint, double pump, put it up and in. And Logan's starting to go to work.
And that was good control of his pivot foot. Had a few moves. He ended up double pivoting on the set while keeping his foot set. Able to navigate his way to the basket. Very solid on the drive there.
So Wolstenhume with 9 and a turnover on the Carbon Dinos offense.
And what makes Wolstenhume so scary in these situations, Sonny, is he's not necessarily an on-ball scorer. Yeah, he can score if you pass him the ball in the high post or from the 3, but where he gets a bulk of the job done is on the offensive glass. He flies in like a bat out of hell, grabs it, and is able to get putbacks. And that's where a lot of his points come from, is that intensity.
Whistle and a foul on the Dinos. Some substitutions in the ballgame for the Carbon Dinos. 3:37 left to play. Checking into the ball game.
And the refs are calling this one tight again after a bit of letting them play.
3:34 and running left to play here in the first half, 27-22. Strong to the basket once again goes Wolstenhume, and he has 11 now. And a timeout, Dinos. And that's a good timeout because you have seen the momentum completely switch in the last minute and a half, and Logan's going to work. They got to make an adjustment now.
It did, and in part due some very lucky shooting initially from the Wildcats. I mean, you're pulling up from NBA range and you're hitting, and that is nothing but a confidence booster on top of the points you get. And that's really when they started pulling away in this one, is when they started making those tough shots, and it really built up their confidence. I mean, you look at Logan, held pretty quiet in the first quarter, but after that, he's really exploded onto the scene here in the second.
29-22, South Summit with the lead. It's been a great game.
It has, and you can't understate how impressive the Dinos have been, especially defensively. I mean, they're playing possessed. They're doing their job. Feet down low. They're reaching out. They're blocking passing lanes. Sonny, it's incredible to see their awareness on the court, because that's where they've really shined here tonight.
So the Dinos basketball with 3:23 left to play here in the first half. Lancaster with it, gives it to Warburton. Warburton drives inside, kicks it out back to Lancaster. Good defense being played by South Summit, making very hard on the Dinos. Here's a runner up and no good. Rebound comes down South Summit. 29-22, trying to add to that lead. Biggest lead of the game. Move inside. Down it goes to Bowen. Whistle and a foul on the Dinos, and that'll be team foul number 4. Underneath the basket, they will throw the ball in. Will the Wildcats with a 7-point lead.
And that's 2 quick ones on Charles Tima. He needs to kind of make sure he's not bumping. He's bumping on the baseline, and that's why he's getting whistled.
3-point shot. Good. Oscar Thorpe with the 3. His second 3 of the ball game. It's a 10-point lead now for South Summit. 2:46 left to play here in the second quarter. They're on a run here. Warburton with it. Gives it to Tima. He'll come right side. Picks up his dribble. Throws it away. Turnover for the Dinos. That's turnover number 6, and we come the other way. South Summit starting to feel the rhythm a little bit here. Dinos need to get a stop here. Need a basket. Get this momentum back the other way. Harris with it. Drives the baseline. Picks it up. Down underneath. Nice pass. Block and a foul. That looked like a pretty clean block to me. Got the whistle, however. And to the free throw line will be Bowen to shoot 2.
That did, and I think it's partially because we have our aerial angle up here, because he had his ball all the way on top of the basketball during the shot.
Yep.
And from up here, you could see there was no skin-to-skin contact. Instead, from his angle down low, where that ball is elevated 2-3 feet above his head, you can't necessarily see that. Gets called for the foul.
Yep. Free throw good.
And I hate to use the phrase weather the storm, but South Summit feels like a team where you have to weather the storm. When they get hot fast, and they really start clicking offensively. You got to weather the storm, answer back with baskets of your own, and that's how you can stay in it with them. Right now in the second quarter, Sonny, the Dinos haven't done that.
Second free throw is no good, and it goes out of bounds. It will belong to the Dinos. 33-22 the score. After the first quarter, the Dinos led 18-16.
And, you know,
so the Dinos with only 4 points here in the second quarter.
And South Summit's really felt them out here in the second quarter. They know what they're going against, and they've made great adjustments.
Lancaster with it. Gives it to Bennett. Bennett back to the basket. Drives inside. Forces up a shot and got it to go. He's playing great. That was a tough shot. He's in double digits. He has 11. 33-24. South Summit with the lead in the ball.
And he's doing a lot of good job, especially rebounding and scoring. He's been paramount to the Dinos' offensive success.
Passing it around the perimeter. The Wildcats trying to get it down in the paint low. They do. Double team. Doesn't matter. Wolstenhume with the basket.
And he has such a high vertical, he can elevate over defenders like we saw there.
He has 13. 35-24. Nice pass down underneath. Point blank shot. Good by Carlson. I didn't see who made the pass, unfortunately, but it was a great one. To Carlson right in front of the basket. 35-26. Perimeter passing for South Summit. Move inside of the basket, lay it up and in. And Oscar Thorpe has 8 in the ball game.
South Summit's doing a good job of picking apart the 3-2 trap defense of the Dinos. They're trying to force them to the corners, but when they get to the wing, they're able to cut inside, and that's what they've been taking advantage of.
It seems like the difference in the offense for South Summit here on this run, they're showing more patience on offense. They're not coming down and shooting quickly. They're working the ball around and finding the opening.
They are. First quarter felt a lot of frustration from the Wildcats, and it showed in their body language and their actions on court. But now after entering the second quarter, they've really slowed it down, gone back to the basics, and that's what's led them to this lead right now.
Dinos with the basketball. Cannon Mortensen kicks it outside to Lancaster. Lancaster back to Mortensen. 25 on the shot clock, plenty of time to Warburton on the right side. Goes around the screen, dribbles into the paint. Knocked away, whistle and a foul. and Carter's going to go to the free throw line to shoot 2 free throws.
And this is a good chance for the team to collect themselves with 23 seconds left. Get back, get set on defense, not allow anything, because South Summit is probably not going to want to let Carbon take the last shot of the half, and they're going to let this one tick down until they can get their last shot opportunity.
It will be on the ground, so the Dinos will throw it in. There will not be free throws. 23.6 seconds left to play in the first half. Dinos trail by 11, and with the basketball.
This is a chance to cut it to single digits before the halftime break.
And it comes back to Bennett. It goes. Bennett to Carlson. Mortensen back to Bennett. Whistle. What do we got?
And that is going to be a foul on South Summit. That one is going to go against Jack Johnson, not the famous singer-songwriter, but the player on the court ran right into the screen.
Yeah, he kind of slid, wasn't set. Free throws for the Carbon Dinos. Cannon Mortensen to the free throw line for the Dinos. They're 2 for 4 from the line tonight. Make it 3 for 5 as he gets the bounce.
And a bit of a lower free throw percentage this game than what we saw in Union, but they haven't gotten to the line as much. We don't have nearly the same sample size.
Right. 37-27, down to 10. 16 seconds left. Shot clock will be off for South Summit.
You're going to need to be watching Osgothorpe and Wollstonhume here. Those are going to be the two who are probably going to get that last shot off for the Wildcats.
7 points for Cannon Mortensen. 14 seconds left to play. 37-28. South Summit up by 9. Ball knocked away. Controlled by the Dinos on the turnover. Fast break the other way. Ahead to Warburton. Shot up, no good. It was a tough shot. Offensive rebound. Lancaster can't get it to go. And the Dinos get the steal on the fast break, and they can't convert, and that's how the half ends.
And, that was a good job. They may not have got the bucket like they wanted, Sonny, but they were able to stop South Summit from putting points on the board. You go in only down 9. That's very good against a very strong South Summit team, a South Summit team who really came alive in that second quarter.
It's halftime here at Carbon High School. 37-28, South Summit leads the Carbon Dinos. We'll take a break when we come back. Castle Valley Orthodontics halftime show right here on 95.3 The Peak. This is where the Dinos play.
You can have a healthy, beautiful smile at any age. Hi, I'm Dr. Daniel Cowley, owner of Castle Valley Orthodontics. Treatment is a viable option for almost any adult. And like kids, adults can experience the self-assurance that comes with a confident smile, along with the benefits of improved oral health. Come in for a free consultation and see how Castle Valley Orthodontics can get you on your way to a beautiful smile. Affordable payment plans are available. Call 637-2222 for a free consultation today.
JN Auto says it's time to get in the auto buying game. JN Auto is a game changer when you're looking for a new vehicle, but don't want to pay the new vehicle price. By making JN Auto a part of your team, you can count on finding quality, gently used vehicles with manufacturer warranties and unbeatable prices. You just found the secret to finding the perfect vehicle. It's JN Auto. Check out their huge inventory at jnautosales.com. JN Auto in Huntington and Price.
It's fun! It's our favorite place.
Strike up family fun for everyone. Gateway Lanes. Families that play together stay together. And Gateway Lanes is your center for fun, cold beer, snacks, and great food. So let Gateway Lanes do the cooking with open and league bowling year-round and Club Bowl Thursday night, 9 till 11:30, with unlimited bowling including shoes. Since 1989, Helper's Hometown Bowling Center, Gateway Lanes, South Main Street in historic Helper, and bowlhelper.com. Let's roll.
Discover the strength and beauty of Flawless Sheeting's metal siding and roofing solutions. Designed to endure and crafted to conserve energy, the products offered by Flawless Sheeting ensure your home not only looks good, but feels good too. Plus, they come with a 40-year warranty. Enjoy superior durability and enhanced comfort year-round with new roofing from Flawless Sheeting. Ready to upgrade? Call Flawless Sheeting at 636-7300 and elevate the way you live.
How well do algorithms answer your questions?
Your specific query will be addressed with a pre-written standardized reply.
When you need help with life's important decisions like life insurance, home and auto coverage, and even retirement planning, rely on relationships, not robots. Farm Bureau Financial Services. It's your future. Let's protect it.
In the Castle Country, call your local Farm Bureau agent, Jill Jensen, at 637-8400 for a free quote today.
Carbon High School basketball on KRPX 95.3 The Peak.
Welcome back. It's halftime. Castle Valley Orthodontics halftime show here at Carbon High School. 37-28 the score. South Summit with the lead over the Carbon Dinos. At the end of quarter number one, the Dinos led 18-17, but there was about a 4-minute span there where South Summit, they got their groove.
And that's the challenging thing about playing a team like South Summit. When you can bottle them up, you can really bottle them up. But once they find that offensive rhythm, they are scary to play. Because it doesn't matter how much pressure. We saw them shoot from NBA range over 2-3 players and still make it. It's that confidence that making those shots really builds up in you. And that's what they took advantage of in that second quarter, especially on that 4-minute run.
Take a look at scoring by individuals. First, we'll take a look at South Summit. Leading the way, of course, is Logan Wollstonhume. He has 13 points in the ballgame.
Yeah, they did a really good job bottling them up. 5 of those points came in the first quarter, but 3 came from free throws, 2 from a layup. They did an excellent job of shutting him down, but he really found himself in that second quarter. Like we said, he found his confidence, found out how he needed to get past the Dino defense, and he's been taking advantage of it ever since.
Oscar Thorpe has 8 points in the ball game. Blake also with a good first half of basketball, as expected.
Yeah, those are the two you really expect to be playing well for South Summit. Those are some of the scariest players you're going to see on the court. Everyone else knows their role. They play very well complementary with each other, and that comes with time. And my goodness, Sonny, these guys have had a lot of time to mesh.
Jack Johnson comes off the bench and has 5 big points.
He did. He was kind of the spark plug for South Summit that got him started here in the game. And, you know, his credit off the bench, you got to give him credit. He has done an excellent job so far.
Joey Harris, Cole Reber, and Riker Bowen, all with 3 points each.
Yeah, and it's been a balanced scoring affair with the exception of Wollstonhume and Osgathorpe. They have been explosive, but everyone else has played their role as they needed to, and they've scored when they've had their opportunities.
And Brooks Branca with 2 points for South Summit for a total of 37 points in the first half. Take a look at the Carbon Dinos. Leading the way is number 24, the junior Logan Bennett. And wow, did he have a good first half of basketball. 11 points.
My goodness, Sonny, in every facet of the game, he has done incredible things. I mean, like you said, those 10 points have been some of the best for Carbon, and then everything else he's done has been key as well. You know, he's been grabbing offensive boards like crazy. That's not only set up himself, but other teammates, and that's how Carbon stayed in this one.
Senior Cannon Mortensen with 7 points in the first half. A good first half for him as well.
He did. He had an excellent showing there. I mean, like you said, 7 points, but he also had several assists, several rebounds, and a bunch of blocks down low in the paint, coming at crucial times for the Dinos. And what more can you ask for from a team there?
Junior Kyler Orth with 4 points in the ballgame.
And they've noticed that he was going to be one of the main scoring threats here tonight, so they've put a lot of defensive focus on him. But that's the thing about this Dino squad, Sonny, is there's not just one definitive scorer. Anyone can get baskets at any given time.
Carlson, Lancaster, and Ty Mortensen all with 2 points for the Carbon Dinos to total to 28 points in the first half. Turnover situation, 6 for the Dinos, 5 for South Summit from the free throw line. Carbon 4 for 6, and South Summit 9 for 12. So South Summit shooting more free throws, twice as many free throws as the Dinos in the first half. And we kind of expected that in the pregame show. We talked about that.
Yeah, they have just really jumped off the gun, and they've done an excellent job getting to the line. Great body control from them. They're patient. They bait their defender up into the air, and they're able to throw the ball in, either getting an and one opportunity or go into the line for 2.
So it's halftime. Castle Valley Orthodontics halftime show, 37-28 to score. South Summit with the lead over the Carbon Dinos. We'll take a break, and when we come back, more. Right here on 95.3 The Peak, this is where you need to be if you want Carbon Dino Sports, right here on 95.3 The Peak. Don't go away.
Hey there, food lovers. It's Bill Hicks from Farleno's Cafe, your new favorite spot for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Whether you're craving a hearty omelet, a fresh salad, our golden curly fries, or our mouth-watering pastas, we've got you covered. And we're open 7 days a week. So come on down to Farleno's Cafe, where every meal is a celebration. Remember, it's where the locals eat. Visit us at Farleno's, where great food and great company come together. See you soon.
Imagine the sound of a basketball swishing through the net at the game buzzer. That's the sound of you scoring big with Eastern Utah Community Credit Union's Slam Dunk Savings Accounts. Just like a winning team will strategize their plays, we will help you plan your financial future with competitive interest rates and unbeatable customer support. Whether you're saving for college, a new home, or retirement, make a fast break to Eastern Utah Community Credit Union and let your savings game reach MVP status. Join our team today and start winning with your money.
Membership and eligibility required. NCUA insured. Loans approved on credit.
You can have a healthy, beautiful smile at any age. Hi, I'm Dr. Daniel Cowley, owner of Castle Valley Orthodontics. Treatment is a viable option for almost any adult. And like kids, adults can experience the self-assurance that comes with a confident smile, along with the benefits of improved oral health. Come in for a free consultation and see how Castle Valley Orthodontics can get you on your way to a beautiful smile. Affordable payment plans are available. Call 637-2222 for a free consultation today.
Carbon High School basketball on KRPX 95.3 The Peak.
Welcome back. Hope you enjoyed the Castle Valley Orthodontics halftime show. We're ready for the start of the second half. Dinos trailing 37-28. We'll get you some scores from around the state here in a few minutes. Try to get you updated on what's going on here on a Friday night for high school basketball in 3A.
Yeah, right now, Sonny, the Dinos are looking to replicate what they did in the first quarter. I mean, you want to frustrate South Summit to the point of careless turnovers, careless fouls, and that's how they found themselves with an advantage early on here tonight.
South Summit with the basketball first to start the second half. South Summit will go right to left. Dinos left to right on your dial. Here we go. Kick it outside. Three-point shot. That's barely hits the backboard, and the rebound comes down to the Dinos. Bennett with the rebound ahead to Lancaster. Lancaster with the ball, picks up his dribble, gives it to Cannon Mortensen. Mortensen between the circles. Pass down underneath is knocked away in a turnover.
Yeah, and that's been the difference. A pass like that would have been open in the first quarter. South Summit's done a good job of adjusting.
Wildcats with the basketball, swinging over the right side to Harris. Harris with the bounce pass on the baseline. Branca with the shot, no good. Rebound Dinos. Orth with the rebound.
And they're going to whistle him for the double dribble.
Double dribble. 2 turnovers to start the second half for the Carbon Dinos.
Yeah, not the most ideal start here for Carbon, but there's still plenty of time to bounce back from it. You're still down only by single digits.
Yeah, this team, South Summit is too good on offense to give away possessions.
Yeah, you have to kind of go blow for blow. It's like a heavyweight boxing match. You can't let the other one get all his shots off.
So the Wildcats with the basketball on the baseline. Pass into the paint, shot up and no good. As Reber puts up the shot, can't get it to go, but a foul. And on the shot, so 2 free throws for Cole Reber, who has 3 in the ball game. Will step up to the free throw line to shoot free throws number 14 and 15 for South Summit tonight.
Again, you could call Reber rebar because he goes up strong, much like the metal support of a building. He muscled his way up there. Lots of contact and still was able to get the shot up and nearly in.
First free throw, good. Second free throw, no good to get the offensive rebound. They kick it outside in the big 3 by Branca.
And you don't want the Wildcats getting that hot this early. That's a recipe for disaster.
41-28, South Summit up 13. Pass from Lancaster down underneath to Carlson. Can't finish, but they get the offensive board. Back outside, it goes to Lancaster for 3, and he has it. from the angle right. Lancaster with 5 in the ball game. That was a much-needed 3. It's back to 10, 41-31.
That was. Now the Carbon offense can finally start clicking, and they can hopefully combat their way back into the game.
Whistle and a foul. Free throws for South Summit as they get the ball down in the post. And they get it down to Logan Wolstenhume. And he'll go to the free throw line to shoot 2 more free throws. He has 13 in the ball game. And a lot of his points have been from the free throw line.
It looks like the Dinos are kind of playing Wolstenhume with the Jordan rules. I mean, it seems every time he goes in, they're throwing 2-3 bodies at him, trying to put him on the ground. And when you're playing a high-volume scorer like Wolstenhume, that's what you got to do.
First free throw's up and good. He has 14. 11 for 15 from the free throw line tonight for South Summit. The Dinos are 4 for 6. So they've shot 9 more free throws than the Carbon Dinos. And 1 more free throw to come for Logan. 42-31 the score here. 6:08 left to play in the third. Carbon Dino basketball, 95-3 the peak where the Dinos play. Second free throw is up and good as well. He has 15.
An immediate timeout called by Coach Brower, trying to stop this run before it can get anywhere. I think that's a good move, especially after what we saw in the second quarter. When they get scoring fast, and that's why you got to stop it before it can become a real problem.
43-31 the score here in the third quarter. South Summit with the lead over the Carbon Dinos here at home tonight. Their opening home game of the season. They played Wednesday night, as we said, against Union. Fell short against Union, 58-49. They were in that game most of the game. That was an entertaining game as well. But Union had a little period of time where they controlled the game, and then they never looked back.
They did, and we're seeing a similar thing here tonight, but in a much greater volume from South Summit. Last time these two teams met, Sonny, was last year at South Summit, where the Wildcats defeated the Dinos 78-55. And right now, looks like we're headed to about an equal score if both teams' paces hold.
So 43-31 the score. South Summit with the lead, and the Dinos with the basketball. As we said, they go left to right on your radio dial. Wearing the white uniforms with the blue numbers tonight. South Summit comes out of the huddle with the green uniforms, the white numbers. We're ready to go after the timeout.
And the Dinos really look sharp in these uniforms. I mean, the white on blue is just a classic color combination.
Dinos will throw it in, and then it comes to Lancaster. Brings it up the floor, picked up by Harris. Comes down the left side. Still guarded closely by Harris. Making it tough on Lancaster. Gives it down to Bennett on the baseline left. 3-point line. Now makes a move to the basket. Picked up, double team, bounce pass into the paint, it's knocked away, scramble for out of bounds. It will go to the Dinos. Touching the ball was Reber when he was laying on the baseline. So it'll be Dino basketball.
Yeah, and in that situation, Sonny, you don't know what you're making contact with. Is it skin? Is it ball? Is it floor? You really don't know when there's that many bodies around you.
Lancaster gives it to Cannon Mortensen. Cannon cross-court pass for the Dinos. Withers. Down underneath to Bennett. Double team. Kicks it outside. Withers fakes the 3. Steps inside. Hits the 15-footer. So Cash comes in the ball game. Makes his presence known. It's 43-33. Back down to 10. 5:24 and running.
Yeah, living up to his name. Cash.
Down in the paint once again. Shot blocked. Nice play by Orth. And then he comes down with it. But then the turnover the other way. Lay it up and in and count it. What a play. Stolen by Branca. He had a reverse layup, was fouled while shooting it, and he got it to go. He did a great job getting the steal, not giving up on the play, and then even a greater job finishing the play with the basket and going to the line.
Yeah, that was a real angels in the outfield moment, Sonny. I mean, I think I saw the pillar of light come down and guide that ball into the hoop. That was incredible to watch. I mean, to get the rotation as you're getting fouled, as you go over the head for a reverse, so much went into that play and so much went right.
Branca at the free throw line, gets it to go. He has 6. 13 for 17 from the line tonight as a team for South Summit. And they have, Dinos have the basketball. It's Lancaster, guarded closely by Harris. The defense has picked up for the Wildcats. Bennett down underneath the Orth. Shot won't go, but a foul.
Well, Sonny, you better hope that Coinstar is open, because all the Dinos have right now are dimes. They're throwing it in there. A beautiful entry pass down low to Orth. Couldn't finish on the layup, but it did get lots of contact on that play as he goes to the charity stripe.
Kyler's first free throw was up and no good. long off the back of the iron. Team foul number 1 on the Wildcats. Foul number 3 on Oscar Thorpe. One more free throw to come for Orth. The second free throw up and good. He has 5 in the ballgame.
You know, those free throws, it's been a difference from Union where they were hitting almost all of them. Here tonight, they just haven't had that same consistency.
5 for 8. 46-34 the score. Down on the baseline. Knocked away in a turnover. We come the other way. Dinos with the basketball. Coming up with the ball is Lancaster. He's guarded closely and then the foul.
Yeah, just a little too much hip
That's a
contact
good call.
there. Yeah, no,
that's a good call.
He's playing a little too much with his hips inside there. Lots of bumping, lots of bouncing, and that's really what caused the ref to call that foul here, was that level of contact you saw.
Wolstenhume with his 3rd foul. Orth with the basketball to Bennett for 3. From the baseline left side, barely hits rim, and it goes right to South Summit. 46-34, 4:23 left to play here, 3rd quarter. Lob pass underneath, shot up, no good. Offensive rebound, blocked from behind. That's a great block by Bennett. He's everywhere tonight.
He is. He is all over the place.
And a beautiful pass by Bennett down underneath. Orth can't finish, and the rebound, South Summit. Fast break the other way to Harris. Dinos get back on defense. Whistle and a timeout called by the Wildcats.
Now, I may be mistaken, but it looks like South Summit has brought a student section here. That's a devoted group of fans traveling all the way from Camas down to Carbon. I mean, that's kind of shocking to see. You normally don't see traveling student sections like that, especially in a sport like basketball.
46-34, Dinos trail by 12 here in the 3rd quarter.
And some old problems have reemerged for the Dinos, namely not being able to finish at the rim. They've had 5 or 6 very open looks underneath the basket, but they just haven't been able to convert like they did in the first half. And that's why the score looks so low. They're really doing a good job getting the ball inside, getting those open looks. They just need to finish.
Yeah, Wolstenhume only with 2 points there in the second half, Aiden. Which is huge because he finished the first half with 13.
Yeah, and they've really held him in check now, and that's what you need to do against a potent scorer. If you can keep him in check, keep him under your control, he's going to score the occasional basket, but he's not going to score in the volume that he's probably used to.
Wildcats with the basketball, and they'll bring it in. Pass down underneath goes to Bowen. Shot up, blocked. As Wolstenhume's shot is blocked, we come the other way. Orth all the way to the basket, lay it up and in. He has 7 in the ball game. It's back down to 10, 46-36. The Dinos aren't going anywhere with 3:35 and running left to play in the 3rd.
And the Bennett and Orth connection has been alive and well. It seems like whenever those two connect, it leads almost always to baskets.
Nice pass by Branca down underneath to Bowen, but he can't finish. And the Dinos get the rebound. It's Cannon Mortensen to Lancaster and then a foul.
And
South Summit has turned the defense up. They're testing the referees. The referees are calling these what do you want to call them? Like a foul.
like a hip
foul.
check.
Yeah, yes. And it comes for the Carbon Dinos. Lancaster with the basketball, 3:18 and running. Lancaster guarded closely. Whistle. Offensive foul on Carbon. We come the other way.
Yeah, and the problem there was it was all clean until he got a little too much elbow extension, like Jordan in that famous Game 6 winning shot, pushing off. And just, that's why they're going to call you for that foul.
46-36, 3:14 left to play. Checking into the ballgame will be Reber. Checking out will be Bowen. South Summit will throw the ball in. The Dinos full court pressure. In it comes. And a whistle and a foul on the Dinos. Withers will pick up the foul, but he's playing aggressive too. This has just been, it's been an aggressive game tonight.
It has. And, that was one where it could have gone either way, just depending on how the ref was going to call it. But this one does send Wolstenhume to the line for 2 free throws.
So Wolstenhume with 15 points in the ball game. Chance to make it 16 and 17. More free throws for the Wildcats. First one is up and good. So all of his points here in the second half, 3, have come from the free throw line.
And that's a very similar story to what we saw in the first quarter. Another very similar parallel is that South Summit is playing very frustrated basketball, and it's leading to some careless fouls, some careless turnovers. But this time they've been able to really capitalize on the mistakes of the Dinos as they really are trying to pull away with this one.
15 for 19 from the free throw line. 3:08 left to play. With the basketball at the Carbon Dinos. Down underneath it goes to Warburton. Warburton kicks it back outside to Lancaster. Lancaster drives inside, puts up a shot, no good. Rebound South Summit. Whistle and a foul.
And
foul on Carbon.
Things getting a little chippy there. South Summit's coach pointing at his head, like, maintain your cool, keep your head, keep your head. That's what you're going to need to do, especially when things start getting chippy, as the Dinos, their chippiness is kind of backfiring right now. First quarter, it served as a very good, tone setter against the Wildcats, but right now it's just leading to a lot of fouls and putting the Wildcats in the bonus early in this quarter as they get continual trips to the line.
So to the free throw line goes Cole Reber. He has 4 in the ball game. Free throw number 1 is good. And the free throws keep coming for South Summit. They are now 16 for 20 from the free throw line. Dinos 5 for 8.
And you got to admit, they've done a good job of baiting those fouls out of the Dinos.
Second free throw up and good as well. Make it 6 for Cole, and it's now 50-36. Back up to 14, and the Dinos with the ball. It's Lancaster. Lancaster double team. Now they back off. Lancaster still with the ball. Gives it to Warburton on the baseline right. Spin move picked up there. Back to Lancaster. Back to Warburton. Shot up. No good. Rebound comes down to the Wildcats. Pulling down the rebounds, Reber. We come the other way. Wolstenhume with it. Kicks it outside. Gives it to Branca. To Harris. Back to Branca. 3-point shot. Baseline left. Can't get the bounce. Offensive rebound. Shot up. No good. Shot up again. Whistle and a foul. Working hard on the offensive board is Cole Reber, and he'll be rewarded by going to the free throw line to shoot 2.
Yeah, and Reber did an excellent job after getting that rebound as well. Coming down, being patient with it. A few shot fakes. Wait until he had defenders up in the air before going up, throwing his body into the defender, drawing the foul, and getting 2 more easy ones at the line.
7 points for Reber. Free throws continue to add up.
Yeah, that's going to be the 4th foul on Ty Mortensen, as he is really needing to maintain himself on the court if he wants to stay there. Because right now, Sonny, he's playing aggressive, but he's playing in a way that is kind of backfiring on him.
They have outscored the Dinos 18-8 at the free throw line. Make it 19-8 as the second free throw is up and good as well for Reber, who has 8.
Yeah, he is doing an excellent job here tonight, especially grabbing rebounds and going up confident.
Nice play to the basket. Shot up no good by Mortensen, and the rebound comes down to South Summit. 52-36, 2 minutes left to play. Swing it over to the right side. It goes to Harris. Harris with the basketball picked up there. Knocked out of bounds, saved by the Dinos on the baseline. Shot up, count it. Nice play by Reber. He has 10, and Reber is caught on fire now. He had 3 in the first half. He has 7 here in the third quarter.
Yeah, that's what we talked about pregame. They're having a bunch of scary scores. If you bottle one, one's bound to explode, and that's what you have to keep in mind.
All the way to the basket. Count it for the Carbon Dinos.
Yeah,
Tima
did an excellent job there, finding his lane, hop, step, Euro, up and in.
Yeah, he comes into the ball game, makes his presence known immediately. 54-38, 3-point shot, good from the baseline right. Jack Johnson has 8 in the ball game. He knew it the minute he let go of it, that it was going in.
And that's been a big difference, is the 3-point shooting prowess of South Summit.
57-38, team up with the ball. Gives it over to Orth. Orth drives inside, foul. He'll go to the free throw line to shoot 2. Referee says shooting 2. Dinos will have a chance to put some points on the board here, trailing by 19 now. But this has been a very good quarter for South Summit.
It is, and like I was saying a second ago, it's been the 3-point shooting that's really separated them here. I mean, they're flying all over the place, doing an excellent job, finding their spots, letting it fly with confidence, and that's made the difference here. And, you know, it's a good thing that got called before Wolstenhume flew in for the block, because that could have definitely flown in the way of a flagrant foul. I mean, lots of contact on that one. sent Orth down to the ground, but in the end, just a regular foul, 2 shots.
Orth's free throw is up and good. Bennett, Warburton, Orth, Lancaster, Tima on the floor for the Carbon Dinos. The second free throw is up, and it is good as well. Orth with 9 in the ballgame. South Summit with the basketball. Drive in, lay it up, and in.
And that's the Woolston-Hume that's been hidden most of the quarter, finally coming out to play.
And back down the other way we go, and Orth answers with the layup of his own. He has 11.
And Orth has really come out in the second half. He's come out aggressive, getting to the hoop, finding his shots, and he's really come alive here.
59-42, Dinos trail by 17. Ooh, almost a nice steal by Carbon. South Summit retains possession. Finds a little gap into the lane. Shot up and no good by Branca. The rebound. People on the floor. Just good hustle by both teams here. South Summit comes up with it. Knocked away in a turnover. Here comes Carbon the other way. Bennett to Warburton. Lay it up. Can't get it to go. Bennett shot. No good. Whistle and a foul. Logan will go to the free throw line to shoot 2.
And Woolston-Hume doing the little DeMarcus Cousins, I didn't do anything shrug. And now that's usually a pretty good indicator that you did do something if you feel the need to defend yourself that aggressively. I was guilty of it, and Logan guilty of it there.
I'm sorry, go ahead, Aiden.
As both teams really playing scrappy, like you said.
Bennett with the free throw up and good. He has 12.
And he's done it all for Carbon here tonight. Bennett has been a spark plug for the Dinos, scoring, rebounding, passing, getting steals, blocking shots. Really utility knife of a player.
Second free throw, good as well. And he has 13 in the ball game, and that's how the third quarter ends. We have played 3 here at Carbon High School. South Summit 59, Carbon 44. When we return here on 95.3 The Peak, this is where the Dinos play.
Well, this is way beyond my skills.
Time to call Frank.
Honey, did you mean my dad, Steve?
No, Frank at Central Commission and Helper. Frank and his staff will give me the best advice and supplies I need. He's the father of good advice and better than you at this stuff.
No argument there.
Central Commission and Supply Company is a family-owned and local hardware and lumber store. Plumbing, paint, electrical, with better prices, better service, and better knowledge than the big box stores. Central Commission, North Main Street in Helper.
You're listening to Carbon Dino Basketball on the Peak, KRPX 95.3 FM.
Welcome back as we go into the fourth quarter. Dinos trailing 59-44 in that quarter, being outscored 22-16.
And they've done a really good job of keeping this game close, Sonny.
Yes.
I mean, you're looking at it. This is a team who, on paper, should be winning in blowout fashion. But the Dinos, their intensity, their scrappiness, and the attitude they play with has kept them in this game.
Yes.
And that's what you got to love about Carbon this year, is they do not quit. It doesn't matter what sport. We haven't seen any of these teams quit all year. And right now on the basketball court, that mentality is showing in full force.
In it comes with the basketball, the Carbon Dinos. Lancaster in the paint, fall away 10-foot shot, no good. Rebound comes down to South Summit. Wildcats with the basketball in the lead. They lead by 15. With the basketball, it's Branca. Between the circles, sends it left side. Woolston-Hume, cross-court pass, goes to Branca. Shot clock says 18, plenty of time for the Wildcats. 3-point shot from the right angle, good.
And that's
Oscar Thorpe. He has 11.
That's when South Summit has really come alive, is those 3-point shots. Those have started going in for him, and the rest of the game is kind of taking care of itself.
62-44. Dinos with the ball. Warburton for 3. Got it. Warburton with the 3 from down the barrel. His first basket of the ball game. It's 62-47.
It's set up by Logan Bennett. Again, incredible pass. Catches it up about 5 feet over his head. Throws the bullet and hits the 3.
Pass down underneath. Point blank. Shot good. Reber has 12, and he's had a great second half. 9 of the 12 in the second half. Lancaster all the way to the basket. Shot blocked out of bounds. And the Dinos will retain possession on the baseline.
And Wolstenholme did a good job reading that play, going up at the same time. Blocking is all about the timing of it, because you go up too early, you get a foul. You go up too late, you probably picking up a foul. You go up at the same time as the offensive player, you're more than likely going to get the block.
Swing it around. 3-point shot. Thought about it. Now Lancaster will take it long and rebound Logan Bennett again. 3-point shot. Good. Bennett with the rebound. He finds Cannon Mortensen open for the three, and it's 64-50, and the Dinos just keep hanging around.
And he's been the difference maker here today. Logan Bennett rebounding, passing out for open threes, making shots of his own, just doing it all when the Dinos need it most.
Harris for three, no good. Offensive rebound for the Wildcats. Get another opportunity. Whistle, timeout, Wildcats. 6:05 left to play in the fourth quarter. Dinos trail by 14, 64-50.
And they've really done a good job of keeping this one within reach the entire game. South Summit, a scary basketball team to go against. But right now, they are really looking frustrated by the Dinos' effort. I mean, they are really doing an excellent job. So you're seeing a lot of really good things from Carbon. This game has been a lot closer than that scoreboard may indicate. I mean, South Summit just had that 4-minute stretch where everyone on the team was seemingly shooting on fire and just making every shot they took, every opportunity at the rim they would convert. And that's why the Dinos are down 14. You take that run out of the game, Sonny. This one, a much closer game.
Yeah, a couple of threes here in the last 45 seconds by the Dinos, one by Mortensen, one by Warburton. It's down to 14 again.
And
plenty of time.
You really can't understate the importance that Bennett has played in this game. I've said it a lot this broadcast, but he is grabbing rebounds, both offensive and defensive. He's getting steals. He's contesting shots, getting blocks, and scoring when he can, and diming the ball around. He's really looking like a machine down there. You know, one of those European players who does it all in the NBA.
You know, with the 6:05 left to play, 14-point lead, you know, once upon a time, just a few years ago, no shot clock. A 14-point lead would be really hard to come back from in the fourth quarter. But with the shot clock now, this game's a long ways from being over.
Yeah, this would be one of those games where you'd pass it into the corner and just sit. But that's why I love the shot clock at the high school level.
And it comes for the Wildcats. Shot clock 26 and running, plenty of time. 6 minutes exactly left to play in the game. Dinos trail by 14. Wildcats trying to go 2-0. Dinos trying to go to 500 on this early season. Pass down low. Shot point blank. No good. Whistle and a foul. Free throw to the line once again goes Cole Reber.
And, oh, no, they are sending it the other way.
Oh, they're offensive foul.
And the fans love it here, Sonny. You can hear the cheers from the student section, from the parents. The Dinos just won't go away.
5:46 and running. Dino ball. Warburton around the screen. Finds a gap, drives inside, goes down hard, whistle and a foul. To the free throw line to shoot two goes Carter Warburton.
I got to say, Carter Warburton's recovery after that shot was one of the coolest things I've seen. I mean, he gets knocked to the ground. He slides a good 10 feet and just plants one foot and bounces back up. Looked like a baseball player down there.
At the free throw line to shoot two, Warburton. First one up, short.
But yeah, Sonny, the Dinos right now, they're playing like an ex-girlfriend who you really want to avoid. They're just not leaving you alone.
Yeah, 64-50 with 5:39 left to play.
And they're clawing their way back into this one.
Second free throw short off the front of the rim. Offensive rebound underneath and put in. Orth with the offensive rebound and the putback. He has 13, 64-52, down to 12.
And you got to box out better than that if you're South Summit. That is an easy defensive rebound, but Orth rips it out of their hands and gets the easy basket.
Perimeter passing, good defense by the Carbon Dinos. Shot clock says 19, game clock 5:14 left to play. Dinos trail by 12. Shot no good. This time by Wolstenholme, and that's out of his range right there a little bit, I believe. And the rebound comes down to the Dinos. Lancaster with the basketball, 3-point line. Still with it, kicks it over to Bennett. Bennett drives inside. Lays it up. Oh, can't get it to go. Almost went. Rebound comes down to the Wildcats.
And it looks like they finally figured out Wolstenholme laying out a blueprint for other teams. You just got to force him outside of 15 feet. And he hasn't been able to hit with consistency from that area.
Perimeter passing once again for the Wildcats. 4:27 left to play. Shot clock 13, starting to run that shot clock down now. Offenses look completely different in the last couple of possessions since the timeout. But nevertheless, they pass it around. And Oscar Thorpe hits the three from the left side, 67-52, has a big shot. Then a turnover.
And that's not outside of his range as Warburton just kind of slips on his foot, hits a wet spot on the court, loses the ball, causes the turnover as South Summit has rebuilt to a 15-point lead, holding strong there with 4:07 left to go in the fourth.
Withers comes into the ballgame for the Carbon Dinos. Lancaster takes the seat. 4 minutes exactly left to play here in the fourth quarter at Carbon High School. The pass down underneath, lay it up, no good. Shot by Bowen, he couldn't get it to go. Rebound Dinos the other way. Withers gives it to Bennett. Bennett, cross-court pass to Orth. Mortensen for three. No good, foul. He'll shoot three. And the foul is going to be on Wolstenholme. And that's going to be 4 on him, I believe. It will be 4.
Yeah, he is really racking up those fouls right now. And that's a situation you don't want when this game is still within reach for the Dinos. You lose one of your best scorers and also a very underrated defender.
At the free throw line to shoot 2. For the Carbon Dinos, Cannon Mortensen, and the first one won't go. Dinos are 9 for 14 from the free throw line tonight. South Summit has shot 23 free throws, and they've made 19.
Yeah, when you're getting to the line that often, you better hope your team's efficient like that, and South Summit has been all night, and that's been a real difference maker here, is that they have been able to convert on those opportunities, the numerous opportunities they've had, as Wolstenholme checks out of the game.
Second free throw by Mortensen is no good as well. One more to come. 67-52, 15-point lead for the Wildcats. Third free throw good. It's hard to walk up there and shoot 3 free throws. I mean, you're up there for a long time.
It is. And if you miss 2, you have time to think about it, and it really gets in your head. And that's a moment where you're your own worst enemy.
South Summit with the basketball. Ball knocked away, controlled by South Summit. Had the opportunity to be a fast break the other way, but good defense. Good hustle by South Summit to get back to the ball. Shot clock down to 13. They're running clock now. Offense looks completely different. Kick it outside. It goes to Harris. Harris, three-point line. Takes that deep three. Got it again. And that was deeper three than the last one he had.
Yeah, when the other team's making shots like that, you're contesting. He's shooting from near NBA range. It's tough to stop.
Bennett for 3. No good off the back of the iron from the baseline, and the rebound out of bounds.
That's a bit of an interesting call there from the official. Looked like several South Summit defenders went over the back, but in the end they do get the ball. Call goes against Carbon. Wolstenholme checks back in.
That is the first team foul of the quarter for the Dinos.
And, you see a lot of really bright spots for this young Dinos team. They're playing really good basketball. Just tonight they're playing against, again, one of those top teams in the 3A classification, one of those ones in the conversation for a potential state championship run.
Branca with the ball on the right side. Gives it down underneath. Nice pass by Logan to give the ball to Bowen. And Bowen for the easy 2, 72-53. Timeout, Carbon.
And Coach Brower calls a timeout, sees his guy open in the corner, goes, oh, no! I can't blame him. That's one of those situations where you're like, dang it! I call it now, and you're going to try, you might make that 3. Luckily for Coach Brower, that shot missed, and he gets time to draw up the out-of-bounds play. But really, one of those moments as a coach that you dread happening.
72-53 the score here in the fourth quarter. Dinos trail.
Yeah, and last year
we take a little break from some games for the holiday, Thanksgiving holiday, and we'll be back in December for more Carbon Dino basketball.
We'll be on the road at South Sevier. That'll be a fun trip, nice facility down there. And then we'll be back home, San Juan, next few days. And so really a fun schedule for the Dinos this year. A lot of winnable games coming up for Carbon. And last time, Sonny, this game ended 78-55. And if you look at the scoreboard right now, it looks like we might get an identical score, as well as South Summit defeated Emory on Wednesday, 73-56. So very similar fashion to what they're doing this game, and in very similar scoring fashion too, really pulling away in the last half of the final frame.
So the Dinos with the basketball. Warburton finds a gap, goes to the basket, lays it up and in. He goes down hard, no whistle, gets the basket.
Yeah, that was painful to hear from up here. I mean, bodies hitting the floor and making that many bouncing sounds, never something you want to hear.
72-55 the score. South Summit with the basketball, 2:15 left to play. Perimeter passing once again, shot clock down to 19. Dinos playing good defense. South Summit just running clock right now. Shot up no good. Whistle and a foul. Free throws. So the free throw line once again will be Logan Wolstenhume. And he has 19 points, a chance to go to 20 and 21. He had 31 against Emory on Wednesday night.
Yeah, and they've done a good job of holding him in check. That being said, still has 19 points.
Most of his points coming from the free throw line.
They have. The Dinos have found a good path to success to guarding him in regular game situations. But for the most part tonight, he's been he's been extremely good from the free throw line.
So he has 7 points in the second half. 5 of those 7 points from the free throw line. Second free throw up and no good.
That one's
and then the rebound. Is that a foul? Foul, and it'll be Dino basketball. So team foul number 4 on South Summit with 2:02 left to play. They lead by 18.
Yeah, and they're going to be calling that one against Riker Bowen, the junior, standing at 6'5".
He has 2. And here come the Dinos. Orth with the basketball. Orth takes it inside, now kicks it to Bennett. Bennett tries to split the defense, kicks it around the perimeter for the Dinos. Good passing. Bennett with the basketball, back to the basket. Swings it back outside. Ball going everywhere here. Lancaster with it. Good defense by the Wildcats. Finding a gap, laying it up and in, the Carbon Dinos.
Charles Tima doing what he does best, finding an open lane down the free throw lane and getting to the basket for an easy scoop and score.
Tima has 4. 73-57 is a nice play. He saw the gap and went to it quickly.
And that's what he's been doing all game. And he's done it extremely well. He finds his gap, drives to the basket strong, and goes up with no fear. That's what you like to see from a player.
Timeout on the floor. 73-57 the score. We'll take the timeout with them. Carbon Dino basketball, 95-3 the Peak. This is where the Dinos play, and this is where you need to be.
It's fun. It's our favorite place.
Strike up family fun for everyone. Gateway Lanes. Families that play together stay together. And Gateway Lanes is your center for fun, cold beer, snacks, and great food. So let Gateway Lanes do the cooking with open and league bowling year-round and Club Bowl Thursday night, 9 till 11:30, with unlimited bowling including shoes. Since 1989, Helper's Hometown Bowling Center, Gateway Lanes, South Main Street in historic Helper, and bowlhelper.com. Let's roll.
Carbon High School basketball on KRPX 95.3 The Peak.
Welcome back, 73-57.
Yeah, Gateway Lanes. You're going to be there tomorrow, Sonny, aren't you?
I will be.
You don't know that about Sonny. Incredible bowler. I mean, I've seen him in action a few times. It's scary how good he is.
73-57. South Summit with the basketball. Minute 15 left to play. Line change for the Wildcats. We'll get it for you as we can. Here's a pass down the floor for the Dinos after the turnover. And to the free throw line to shoot 2 will be Kyler Orth. He has 13 in the ballgame. Try to make it 14 and 15. Try to cut this lead to 14.
And it looks like that foul is going to go against number 2 for the Wildcats. Calvin Loftus, the junior point guard, stands at 5'10".
Free throw good.
And Sonny, the Dinos have done such a good job staying in this one.
Yes.
South Summit has clawed themselves what is an insurmountable lead, but the Dinos just won't go away.
Kyler Orth having a good start to the season. He had 16 Wednesday night. He has 14 right now and a chance for 15. With his second free throw, Isaac Bucket puts it up, and it is good as well. So the Dinos are now 12 for 18 from the free throw line tonight. 73-59 the score.
And, you see even more good than you did in the Union game. That's a sign of sure improvement for Carbon, and that's something you love to see.
Wildcats with the basketball, 30 on the shot clock. Game clock under a minute now. 3-point shot from the baseline right won't go by Welch, and the rebound comes down to the Carbon Dinos. And a turnover. Trying to make something happen.
Yeah, an attempted fancy pass there, driving to the hoop, trying to bounce it behind him. Too much sugar, you're going to get a cavity, or in this case, a turnover.
So we're under a minute, 40 seconds left to play, 73-59. Whistle and a foul on the Dinos. Team foul number 3. At this point, foul situation really doesn't matter. 3 fouls on Carbon, 5 on South Summit, but we have 40 seconds left. Knocked out of bounds again by the Dinos. They have not quit. They do not quit. This team plays till the end, and they are scrappy.
Oh, they are. I mean, you've seen several times, Sonny, there's been loose balls. They're diving on the ground. I'd hate to see what their elbows and knees are looking like after this game. They're going to be covered in floor burn, but that's something you love to see. It's a sign of a team not giving up and playing every basket.
Cannon Mortensen comes out of the ballgame for the Dinos. Loftus with the 3-point shot for South Summit to make it 76-59. Spin move in the paint. Shot up, no good. Whistle and a foul. Ty Mortensen will go to the free throw line to shoot 2 with 18 seconds left.
That was a good move by Mortensen.
It was.
Finding his pivot foot, spinning around, throwing it up, but getting a lot of contact in the process, and he's going to the line for 2.
So Mortensen at the free throw line. The first one's up and long. No good. 12 for 19 tonight from the free throw line. Coming out of the ball game will be Lancaster for the Carbon Dinos. Griffith checking in for the Dinos. Second free throw. Good. So it's 76-60. 7 seconds left to play. They'll dribble this out, and this is how this game will end tonight here at Carbon High School. The final score. Did that count?
They are waving it off. Did not count. 76-60.
76-60, the final score. The Carbon Dinos fall to South Summit 76-60.
It was a good game, though.
It was a good game.
I mean, you look at a team like South Summit, they're a scary offensive bunch, and the Dinos played their hearts out down there. Just a few missed opportunities on the offensive end, and that big 4-minute run in the second quarter were the difference makers here tonight. But the Dinos, despite being 0-2, are much better than their record shows. This is a team who is definitely going to be a threat come region and playoff time.
We're going to take a break. When we come back, it will be the Eastern Utah Community Credit Union postgame show. Once again, the final score here tonight at Carbon High School, 76-60. South Summit with the win over the Carbon Dinos.
Imagine a smooth, hassle-free journey to the front door of your new home with the Driggs Mortgage team guiding you every step of the way. Hi, this is Greg Driggs. Our seasoned experts understand the ins and outs of home financing and refinancing. Come visit us at our new permanent address, 8 East Main and Price, where we plan to be a staple for years to come. Start your journey today. Call 801-427-3577. The Driggs Mortgage team, NMLS number 272076, Equal Housing Opportunity. Driggs Mortgage team is a DBA of Premier Mortgage Resources, LLC, NMLS 1169.
My son and daughter both play sports, a lot of sports. And with that can come injuries, bruises, sprains, and unfortunately breaks. That's why we use Eastern Utah Imaging. They're a convenient and local option for imaging and an important part of a student-athlete's team.
Eastern Utah Imaging for high-quality, affordable MRI and X-ray services. Many quick scans take 30 minutes or less. You can call for an appointment or ask your doctor to refer you to Eastern Utah Imaging, North Fairgrounds Road in Price. Call 636-X-ray. That's 636-9729.
Discover the difference experience makes at Mr. Automotive in Huntington. With over 30 years dedicated to matching the perfect vehicle with the right person in Castle Country, we know a thing or two about cars and about saving you money. Thanks to our low overhead, we're able to pass incredible savings directly onto you. Drive away happy with a deal as reliable as our service. Visit Mr. Automotive today, where experience means savings and you meet your new car.
You've been accused of doing something illegal. Now it's time for a strong defense in the game of legal matters. Let Oliver Law tackle your case. Robert Oliver believes in innocent until proven guilty. Oliver Law brings you a strong defense for the best possible outcome for your criminal case. And when it's time to go on offense, Robert Oliver has the game plan to tackle your legal troubles. Call 435-637-6060 or go to robertoliverlegal.com to request a free consultation. Robert Oliver, passionate about defending the underdog.
The Dinos play here on 95.3 FM, The Peak.
Welcome back to the Eastern Utah Community Credit Union post-game show tonight. The Dinos fall short 76-60 to South Summit. And joining us in the Sutherland's broadcast booth, Coach Brower. And Coach, thanks for coming up and spending some time with us again. It was just Wednesday night. We talked to you and over in Union. Home game tonight. Thought the kids looked really well. Give me your assessment on tonight's game.
Man, we fought so hard. We came out with super high energy, and we had them 18-16. I don't think they knew what hit them. Like, we came out super high intensity, and they were frustrated, and I think we smacked them in the mouth. Unfortunately, they just outlasted us, and we stopped hitting shots and stopped being aggressive. But that's stuff we can fix. That's things that we can definitely work on in practice.
You said exactly what me and Aiden said at the end of the first quarter. We said the Dinos have this team frustrated right now.
Oh,
your intensity and your level of energy in the first quarter was off the charts.
Yeah, no, what's funny is, like, today in class, I was sitting there thinking about what we needed to do, and I just completely changed my game plan today. And I was watching film, and I was like, you know what? We got to match their intensity. We got to match what their intensity is. And so I said, look, we're going to come out. We're going to play man. We're going to deny the crap out of them. Like, we're going to make them work. I said, if that Wolstenholme kid gets the ball, we're going to let him drive. If he drives, foul the crap out of him. Like, be physical with him. Make sure that he knows that we're there. And it worked for the first half. For the first quarter. Second quarter wasn't so great, but I feel like the fourth quarter worked well. The kids just kept fighting. So
yeah, most of his points in the fourth quarter actually were from the free throw line.
Yeah.
So you made him earn them at the free throw line. You didn't make anything easy for him tonight.
No, and I told Logan Bennett guarded him for most of the night. He does not want to shoot the ball. So I told him to sag off, like literally sit in the paint and make him shoot it. The one shot that he did shoot was a brick. So it was a good game plan, but he's so strong. Like, he gets to the basket, moves so well, and has got a nice little soft touch around the hoop. He's a beast.
Yeah, this team has 3 or 4 players that can definitely put the ball in the basket. It's a tough team to defend, but I thought your defensive scheme tonight gave them fits for most of the game.
For sure. Like, playing based off of their film with Emory, like, they didn't shoot the ball really well, so I was like, hey, let's make them shoot it. Well, tonight they shot pretty well. So my game plan that way didn't really work, and that's what got us behind. They hit some crazy shots. One kid hit like a 3 behind 5 feet, 6 feet behind the three-point line. And when a kid's hitting that, what do you do? Yeah. Like, there's nothing you can do about it. So, but the kids kept fighting, and we definitely did some good things, and we're going to keep moving on.
Yeah, they shot 25 free throws tonight, Coach. They made 20 from 25.
Oh, yeah, they didn't miss.
You guys shot 20 free throws. You made 13.
Yep, and that's the killer. Like, Camden Mortensen got fouled at the end of the game, and I was like, I need these 3 free throws, and he went 1 for 3. That's stuff that we have got to finish. We've got to start closing out games. We've got to start making free throws when it counts, because we were on a run, and then that happened, and it's just a killer. But they're learning. They're getting there.
Yes, and the turnover situation, I had you guys down for 13. Might be not real accurate, but you guys took care of the ball better tonight than you did Wednesday night, don't you, Phil?
Yeah, based off of our stats, the first half, we only had like 3 turnovers.
Yes.
Like, we played really clean in the first half, which is very rare. And, yeah, we turned the ball over more in the second half, but we also were behind and we kind of got in a panic. So that's okay, but I'll live with 13 turnovers. Like, that's not a terrible number.
No, not for your second game.
No, not for the second game.
And the changes that you've made on the offensive side of the ball, you've got to be really pleased with the performance that these kids had tonight.
Oh, yeah, they all played well. I mean, they each contributed in their own way. They all played hard. Like, I am super happy with them.
So, Coach, now we have the holidays, and then we come back in December, and you have 4 games, I believe, if I looked at the schedule. I think you have 4 games in 6 days or 7 days.
Yeah, it's super tight. We come back. I hate Thanksgiving break because we're on this roll, and now we got to take a break for a week, and we're going to practice Monday, Tuesday, but then we got to take 4 days off, and then I got to start all over. And yeah, but we play a lot of games quick. I mean, we play South Severe on the 4th, and I'm really looking forward to that game. So it's something that we definitely got to come back. We got to come back with as much energy as we have now after the break.
You make a good point, Coach. That's tough on coaching when you come and you play 2 games and you're just starting to get in the rhythm of the season, and then you have to take a break.
Yeah,
and then come back again. That's got to be tough.
Yeah, it is tough, but it's the nature of the season.
Right.
You know, it's the nature of the season. Football doesn't have to do with that. You know, baseball really doesn't have, I mean, they have spring break, but they don't have anything like 2 freaking long breaks, that they have to deal with during their season.
So your first game at home as a head coach, what's the difference between being on the road and being at home, being a head coach?
The energy, the fans. Like, I love fans, and the school I played at, our fans were off the charts, and our fans tonight were great. There was a moment where they had to calm them down or something, and I'll get after them later, but the fans were great. The bench was awesome. Like, the fans definitely helped.
Yep, absolutely, Coach. Great game tonight. Fall short, but what an improvement in just the first 2 games. I can tell you really love doing this, don't you?
Oh, yeah, I love the energy. I was super nervous before, but once that ball gets tipped, I'm fine.
Yeah, it's been great, and I want to thank you for coming up, spending some time with us, and we're going to talk to you a lot this year. Jordan, you'll be with Jordan on Drive Time Sports as well, and we appreciate you working with us.
No problem.
Awesome.
I appreciate coming up here.
Thank you so much. We'll take a quick break, and when we come back, more of the postgame show right here on 95.3 The Peak, where the Dinos play.
Hey there, food lovers. It's Bill Hicks from Farleno's Cafe, your new favorite spot for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Whether you're craving a hearty omelet, a fresh salad, our golden curly fries, or our mouth-watering pastas, we've got you covered. And we're open 7 days a week. So come on down to Farleno's Cafe, where every meal is a celebration. Remember, it's where the locals eat. Visit us at Farleno's, where great food and great company come together. See you soon.
You gonna fix that?
Fix what?
That dripping faucet?
Someday.
No, how about today? Not only is it driving me crazy, but it's wasting water, costing us money, and could turn into dry rot and other damage.
Guess we better get to Magnuson Lumber and Hardware.
Now you're talking.
Magnuson Lumber features almost 1,000 feet of plumbing accessories and supplies you need to fix your leaking faucets and pipes. Stop in today. Main Street, Castledale. Magnuson Lumber and Hardware. Family owned since 1965.
Imagine the sound of a basketball swishing through the net at the game buzzer. That's the sound of you scoring big with Eastern Utah Community Credit Union's Slam Dunk Savings Accounts. Just like a winning team will strategize their plays, we will help you plan your financial future with competitive interest rates and unbeatable customer support. Whether you're saving for college, a new home, or retirement, make a fast break to Eastern Utah Community Credit Union and let your savings game reach MVP status. Join our team today and start winning with your money.
Membership and eligibility required. NCUA insured. Loans approved on credit.
You're listening to Carbon Dino Basketball on the Peak, KRPX 95.3 FM.
Welcome back to the Eastern Utah Community Credit Union post-game show. The final score again tonight, 76-60. South Summit with the winner of the Carbon Dinos here at Carbon High School. Home game number 1 for the Dinos. So we have a home game and a road game in the books. Now we'll have a little bit of time off, as Coach was talking about, and we'll talk about that in a second, Aiden. But first, let's look at some stats. We'll go individual scoring first for South Summit. Leading the way, Logan Wolstenhume with 20 points. He had 13 in the first half, 7 in the second half. 5 of the 7 were at the free throw line. Coach said in the interview they were going to make him work for his points. They were going to make it rough on him. He was going to have to make some free throws. And he did that, in all fairness to him. He had a good game, 20 points.
He did it, but that's not a good game by his standard. That's not something you expect from him. So the Dinos did a good job bottling him up.
Yes.
Especially there in the second half. I mean, it looked at times like they were playing Jordan rules against him. Every time he would get his way into the paint, there'd be 2-3 defenders, some with the intention of putting him on his back. And, that really gets in a player's head, and that worked, holding him to only 7 in the second half. That is fantastic defensively for Carbon.
Oscar Thorpe had 14 in the ball game. He had 8 in the first half, 6 in the second half, 14. 2 more than he had against Emory. He had a pretty good game tonight as well.
That he did. He was a 3-point shooting maniac here tonight. I mean, lots of those points coming from outside of the arc. And, when you have a player who can shoot with that level of confidence, you're going to let him keep shooting the ball.
Well, Wolstenhume had a good game. We expected that. He had 20 points. But the second half, the difference in the second half for South Summit was Cole Reber. He had 12 points and 9 of them in the second half. He only had 3 in the first half. In the second half, looked like a different player.
He did. I mean, he was flying around, and he was grabbing rebounds, getting put-back shots, playing stellar defense, had several key blocks against the Dinos here tonight. But he just was playing like a maniac that second half, like you said, and I believe that was one of the main difference makers here tonight.
Jack Johnson came off the bench. He had 8. Brooks Bronca had 6, along with Joey Harris, 6 as well. Riker Bowen had 5, and Calvin Loftus off the bench had 3 late in the ball game for South Summit for a total of 76 points. They had 10 turnovers. They take really good care of the basketball, and they shot 20 for 25 from the free throw line.
Yeah, when you can get to the line as efficiently as they did here tonight, you're going to take every advantage you can to drive in. Even if you don't make it, you're going to try and draw a foul and get yourself 2 easy shots from the charity stripe, and they did just that tonight, executing at a very high clip.
The Dinos leading the way for the Carbon Dinos tonight. Kyler Orth again. He had 15 points in the ballgame. He had 16 Wednesday night. 15 tonight, so he's averaging 15.5 points per game. A great start for Kyler Orth, and he has high energy. He has control in the paint, and he has had a good start to the 2024-25 season.
He has, and it looked like South Summit had watched film on him coming into this game. They had him pretty bottled in that first half, but coming out of the halftime break, he played like a different man. Yep. He was getting to the rim, hitting his shots, doing what he does best, and that's why he finished with that many points.
That's a good point. He had 4 points in the first half, 11 in the second half, finishes with 15. Logan Bennett had 13 tonight, 11 in the first half, 2 in the second half, but Logan came out in the first half, and he was one of the reasons why the energy was so high. He was everywhere there in the first and second quarter. He played that way the entire game, but he set the tone for the Dinos early on.
Yeah, you talk about do-it-all players, and Logan Bennett really did do it all. He was shooting very well. He was getting offensive boards, and out of those, he was either getting putbacks or he was passing out to open teammates to help cut into the deficit. He had blocks. He had steals. He was on the ground constantly when there was a loose ball his way. Really was the spark plug here tonight for the Dinos.
Cannon Mortensen had a great game tonight as well for the Dinos. He had 11 points tonight. He had 3 against Union the other night. He came out tonight, looked much more relaxed. 11 points for Cannon Mortensen. Good showing.
Yeah, and he was one of those tone setters, too, for Carbon.
Yes.
He came out. He was scoring baskets. He was pulling down rebounds. But what I liked especially was he threw in a few hard fouls in there. Now, normally you don't want to see a player get fouls early in the game, but they were tone-setting fouls. He was watching Wolstenhume go up, and he was catching him on his way up, bringing him to the ground hard. And that's what you want to see early in the game, especially when you're going up against a team who shoots with such confidence like South Summit. You want to rattle them early and force very uncharacteristic mistakes, and that's exactly what Carbon did.
Evan Lancaster had 5 points tonight. Carter Warburton off the bench also with 5 points tonight, but Carter had some energy. He took the ball to the basket. He took a lot of hits. He went to the floor a couple of times hard, but it didn't stop him from coming back and doing it again.
he was just constant. He was like a man running against a brick wall constantly, but he was doing it with a smile on his face as he was really instrumental again in setting that tone. That's what the Dinos did so well tonight, was they set the tone and they set the pace and dictated how this game was going to be played and forced South Summit to adapt, which to their credit, they did very well.
Charles Tima had 4 points in the ball game for the Carbon Dinos. Ty Mortensen with 3. Cash Withers with 2. And Maxwell Carlson with 2 as well for the Carbon Dinos, for a total of 60 points. The Dinos turned the ball over 13 times in the ball game. They shot 13 for 20 from the free throw line tonight, in falling short to a very, very good South Summit basketball team who beat Emory on Wednesday night. Now they go to 2-0.
They do, and they are, like we said time and time again through the broadcast, this is one of those teams to beat within the 3A classification. You can see them come February making a run in that state tournament. And they showed it here tonight, especially when they have a chance to break out on runs. So that's going to do it for us for a because we will take some time off for the Thanksgiving break. We'll be back December